Hello, 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 hello. How we doing today, my friends? Welcome, 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 welcome. Happy Monday. Here we're going. We're doing the stream thing. Yeah, that's how it's doing. Hi, everybody. That's how it's going. That's how it's doing. You know, it's just stuff. It's the way it is. We have 420 people in here right now and 200 likes. So if you can click that like button, I very much do appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for doing that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome on in, everybody. Kiwi, how we doing? Jaffe, what's going on? Cole, hello, hello. Valenite, good to have you. Good to have y'all here. Marcel, good to see you. Welcome on in. TK, how we doing? Good to have you. Tom, what's going on? RJ, hi, hi, hi. How we doing? Also, thank you so much for becoming a member as stream started. I do appreciate that. Also, Rain and Thunderstorms, thank you so much for becoming a member as well. And Caleb, thank you for the 15 months. I appreciate it. How you doing today? Welcome on in. And then Key Cinema, thank you so much for the 3 months over on Twitch. And Marcel with the 9 months, thank you so much. Eggs, welcome on in. Do I get a raise if I like the video? Yeah, you do. Yeah, exactly. Tacos, what's going on, my friend? How we doing today? Welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome.
Pleased to meet you.
Storykeeper with the 9 months, thank you so very much. I do appreciate it. Sorry, I'm just trying to get all my windows and everything sorted. I got home way late last night and the music's still just bumping. I apologize on that. Yeah, we'll turn that down a bit. I am like, I was gone for the weekend. We left Thursday night. We went up to Toronto in Canada for the Taylor Swift concert, which was super fun. But like we got back late last night and I am tired, and then like I feel like I was gone long enough to like get out of work mode, like enough to have the brain turn off work mode and move into just like the getting back into it and just be like, what, how do things, I don't know, I don't know, but we're gonna figure it out. Mia, thank you so much for becoming a member. Yeah, we went up to Toronto. We got the tickets a year and a half ago because we were entering, my wife is a huge Taylor Swift fan, and some of our friends are too. I enjoyed her music a lot. I wouldn't say I'm like a diehard Swiftie, but I enjoy her music, and the show was amazing. It was like, even if you're not like a Taylor Swift fan, that show is one of those where I feel like the tour is going to be one of those things that goes down in history just as like one of like a prime music event. Like, it wasn't like the ones where like some things were like a single day or a single show was just amazing, but like the experience of being there and just being a part of the whole thing was very, very cool. The magic behind the concert, like the just the showmanship and everything was really cool. It was fantastic show. But yeah, we entered into a raffle a year and a half ago, and we entered into every single city that had it available in North America because we were like, we want to go. If we can get tickets anywhere, we'll go, because we did not get through the raffle that came into Seattle. So we're like, all right, we're just gonna travel and go and see if we can get tickets at face value. We'll do it and we'll go somewhere. And then we ended up, the only raffle we got into was Toronto, which was really fun. The city's cool. I'd love to go back. But that was really cool. Jinxie, how we doing today? Welcome. Sorry, I'm still like getting woken up over here. Storykeeper with us again. Thank you so much for the 9 months, my dude. Holy Jinxie, thank you so much for the 10 gift subs. We already have a message earlier from RJ saying shout out to Jinxie for sponsoring so many memberships.
Many greetings.
Thank you so much. I know stream is pushed back more and more lately. Is it just the moment or a new schedule? YouTube people like the stream. Meaning, thank you so much for the 18 months. I've just been being a little bit more flexible with myself when I wake up in the morning and get things going. Today got pushed back because I was just super tired. I'm hoping to bring them back up to that earlier, like 10:45 start time. But I've also been tracking when people actually are joining the streams, and it seems like people are actually joining the streams more towards the tail end of the stream or like an hour into the stream. And so I've been kind of experimenting a little bit with start time and seeing if that changes everything, or changes anything. So I'm gonna keep messing around with it for a little while probably, but I want to keep at least 1 to 2 streams are going to start at that earlier time in the week. Jinxie, thank you again so much for the 10 gift memberships. Hope everybody feels very greeted today.
Oh, many greetings.
My friends over on YouTube, if you haven't already, please be sure to click that like button. Helps me out a ton. I really do appreciate it. And we got hardcore Minecraft to do today.
Oh, many
What time is
greetings.
it? It's 11:40 over here right now. Excuse me. Sorry. Crab VR, thanks so much for the dono as well, my dude. Thank you.
Oh, many greetings.
Okay. Here is the Minecraft world. This is where we've left off since the last time. Last time we were working in survival, we were doing some digging over there to get that sorted. And today I want to finish that. And first up, in order to do it, we need to go get ourselves
Minecraft YouTuber here is
a ton of mud so that we can cover the bottom in mud. And then we need to be digging down the rest of these spots to get rid of this gross stuff. All of this stone needs to get dug down a little bit further. So we need to go get probably 3 shulkers of mud, to be honest, in order to do this entire thing. So that's going to be a bit of a grind. And then if we can get all of that finished today and we're still going, I do want to start clearing the trees for the river to get the river moving out there, because might as well start.
Wish me luck. I'm not a child anymore, frown. But now I'm trying to pick between painting and aerospace engineering.
Those are
Fine,
seems
waving hand.
very different. Maybe they're the same. I don't know. Do you? I don't know why that got me so much. Just, do I be a painter or an aerospace engineer? I don't know. But this is the same thing, probably. Day-to-day advice, probably similar. Day-to-day, like, live, probably similar. It's so funny. Mira, thank you so much for the dono. And yeah, adulting is how it goes. Good luck and all that. And take all the time you need to make the choice. And you got it. And remember, you can always make a change later. Let's go 4 shulkers just to be safe, because I feel like 3 is a little bit of an underestimation. And then we can head on out to the swamp and get we got a bed, so we can deal with that as we get going. I put things back here. I already updated the map though, so it's fine. It doesn't matter. It's totally fine. Totally fine. Dire Kestrel, thank you so much for the 100 biddies as well, my friend. I do appreciate that. Loved the video. Also, your community is amazing. You've got a lot of good people supporting you. Yeah, I feel very lucky for the crew that we have. Speaking of which, Jordan, thank you so much for becoming a member. Thank you. And Noah, thank you so much for becoming a member. I really do appreciate that. The 10 months. I appreciate that. Thank you. Alrighty. We're headed out to the desert, and we'll get vibing, doing stuff, doing things, getting work going. Be an aerospace painter. Yeah, you could be the person who paints the super fancy paint on the spaceships. There you go. Same. Discord is banned there. How to get world downloads without Discord? Is there a way? You can become a Patreon supporter. Unfortunately, I don't give a direct download link. So yeah, if Discord as a platform is banned for wherever you live, I do apologize, but the only other option I have is through Patreon. But I don't have another download link. Twitch does not give me an email list or anything like that, and keeping it all in Discord just keeps it simple and easy. Remember when you started this world? I've watched all your videos and live streams. It's been a bit. It's been a minute. Here's some torn up ground. We can land here. This is where we were digging last time we needed to dig. All right, let's start digging. What's the mod that allows you to see inside a shulker box? It's called Shulker Box Tooltips. No, not dirt. I want mud. You almost got me. You almost got me. The directional sound, though. I'm starting to pick up when there's directional sound and not directional sound. So, Dire Kestrel, I'm sorry, but
Watching
so close.
Laundry less tedious.
Hey, you know, laundry. I get that. Actually, I don't. I'm very lucky Sid does it. Forever thankful. But yeah, no, that's, yeah. At least laundry is like, you can just kind of leave it running for a while. Like, you don't, like, you gotta be around, but you don't have to be there like 24/7 managing it, which is nice. But thank you. Storykeeper Withers, I appreciate it. Thank you for the support. No, I can't even start to fake that I do laundry. I do other chores around the house, but I don't really do much laundry. Okay, I'm going here. What's something you've never built but wanted to? I feel like I'm always wanting to mess around with building more. I'm just gonna turn on full bright. It's a little dark down here underneath the UFO trees. Well, not full bright, 400% bright. I feel like I've been wanting always to mess around with cyberpunky builds, like even far before the, I guess I kind of did it, but not in like a super great way, I think. But I've always wanted to mess around with cyberpunk builds. I think that's something that I want to try again in the future at some point. Probably on an SMP is going into more of a cyberpunk build theme. Something like a... Because I did it way back in the day on Legacy SMP. Because I was just ahead of the curve. I was like, I think cyberpunk builds, because that was when like steampunk and all those were really, really popular. And I was like, I think cyberpunk is going to be popular soon. So let's start it now. And then unfortunately, I was about 2 years before the trend of cyberpunk builds being popular in Minecraft. So didn't really make it as far as I was hoping with that, but it's fine. And then I just kind of never really revisited it. But I think that could be something fun to do. Like, I really do want to go with the idea that the end dimension in this world, adding some more lore into it, the end dimension here is going to be a little bit more like mixing space and time together. So going through the end portals like can take you to a different timeline almost. And then so we can have more fun with the different types of builds that are out in the end itself. But I'm kind of holding off on doing any of that until we get an idea of an end update. If it doesn't happen in another year or two, I've got so many projects in the overworld and nether that I want to do, so I'm not going to do it right now. But yeah, I think eventually I do want to do some cool cyberpunky stuff in the end dimension. I think that could be cool in this world. Or yeah, you know, a future SMP, you know, maybe. No, there's nothing in the works right now. Sorry, folks. I ain't got nothing for you. I want to build a big oak tree, but I don't know where to start. Where to start the trunk itself? Get a circle for how wide you want the trunk to be. Like, that's what I did for the world tree. And then I, from there, just built the roots going down. And then I just worked in proportions going up from there. So I did, like, the middle of the trunk, made sure that looked all right. And then I did the branches. Tried to make sure that looked all right. It did not look all right. And then I did the leaves and around the branches, and that helped a little. But then it took me a long time to figure out how I actually wanted the proportions to be realistic. Not even, and they're still not even fully realistic. Like I think the canopy of our tree should actually be another good chunk wider than it currently is. Like, I think I need to extend it by another 20 blocks out on each side, and definitely up a little bit higher, too, for it to be fully realistic. Or, like, accurate, I guess. Not even realistic. I'm not even trying. I'm definitely not trying for realism with a 200-block tall tree in a world that's towering over a giant city that rests on top of a mountain. I don't think I really went for realism vibes on there, personally. But you never know. Maybe that could be real if I did, like, a giant redwood tree. Not even giant. That'd just be like a normal sized redwood tree. My friends, if you haven't already, please be sure to leave a like on the stream for the YouTube side. We got almost 800 people in here. We're not even at 400 likes yet, so I really do appreciate everybody who can take the moment to do that. Rue, thank you so much for coming to member. I really do appreciate that. Look at all this merd. Yeah. My inventory? No, inventory's not full. We're good. I just kind of aimlessly go around and break mud here. There's no rhyme or reason to where I'm mining it anymore. If there's mud in front of me and I want to go that way, I'm going that way. We got to watch for the tool durability, though, because I think we will go through this entire shovel today. Filling up 4 shulkers of mud and mud root. Okay, right. All right. I hate this. This is the only time where there's rhyme or reason to where we go. Stupid water in my mangrove swamp. Who says there's supposed to be water in swamps? Come on now. It's my first stream I've watched. Welcome on in. Lovely to have ya. We do a lot of the grind work on these streams.
Hi, fWhip.
Wicked Stacy, hi, how you doing? Welcome on in. One moment. Sorry. Also, I released a new short this morning. If y'all didn't see it, I think it's a banger. So, please enjoy. But yeah, just in case any big shorts enjoyers are here, I think it's one of my best work. So, if you haven't watched the new YouTube short, you should definitely do that. It's 7 seconds. Dang it! Oh, we can. I got dirt. I can. There. This will be fine. I just go. How's everybody doing today? How's our Monday going? We got what? Thanksgiving next week in the US? And then we're on to... We went to a holiday market when we were in Toronto, and I was like, I'm so ready for Christmas. I was like, there were Christmas carolers going around, and there were just like everybody was super excited, and there was Christmas lights up, and they had their tree up, and I was like, oh, I'm so ready, dude. I'm usually not super like into the holidays. Like I love Christmas lights. I think that's all awesome. I know. I'm sorry. We're talking about Christmas. It's not even Thanksgiving in the US. But I realized for me that this year especially, I'm so used to being like, we've been traveling so much. And so the holidays for me always feel very homey. And I'm like really ready for that vibe, which is then making me like really excited for the holidays themselves of just having that hominess. And that I'm really looking forward to. Okay, so there's one shulker box filled. Here's a good chunk into number 2 already. Sweet. Well, it is a swamp. Yeah, but who put water in my swamp? It's so rude of them. Okay, can we take this? Ooh, not very easily. Oh. Wait a second here. That's illegal. That's illegal. Moss on water? There you go. There's your new build hack. There's your new build hack. Let's see. Can we get another moss? We have to see if we can do one next to it too. There you go.
Pleased to meet you.
You're welcome. We've hacked Minecraft. We've hacked Minecraft. New lily pad hack unlocked. I call it mossy water. Yeah, exactly. There you go. There's mossy water. I don't have anything in the game that would change that. I only have cosmetic mods installed. There's no way any mod I have installed changes that. What if you remove the water? Yeah, it gets rid of it. Well, there you go. If anybody wants to hack Minecraft, there's a new hack for you. Can you walk on it? Oh, I'm sure. I don't think I even need to test that. That's not even a visual hack. That is just the block is existing there. So all the properties of the block still apply. There you go. I'll go test though. I know a few people are asking. Yep. You can walk on it. Same way you can put string underneath the carpet and walk on it. Loving the ASMR? Yeah. Make sure you click that like button for the ASMR vibes. Sacrifice one mud to not have water with the rest of our mud. Ugh. Who would want muddy water? Or watery mud? Yeah. That's what I meant to say. Can somebody else test that? If any of y'all are Minecrafting while watching the stream, can somebody test that and let me know that that is, if that happens on, for you too? I'm curious if that happens on anybody else's Minecraft instance. So if you are Minecrafting along with the stream, go test a waterlogged mangrove root with a moss carpet on top of it and then break the root. Yeah, it does. It works. I'll check Bedrock. Yeah, I'd be surprised if it works on Bedrock. They're a little bit better about making sure those things work as intended. Sometimes it works. Cool.
So excited for the Christmas vibes. I'm already working on the Christmas gifts. I'm making crochet stuff for everyone. D.
Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, we were chatting with some friends and one of them was like, yeah, I already have half my Christmas shopping done. I was like Halloween is next week. Like, this was a long time ago. I was like, how do you already have your shopping done? I haven't even started. I haven't even started thinking about starting. Not even that I've even had an attempt of thinking about what's going on. Like, not even, no, like, absolutely not, like, literally no thoughts. But, I mean, I feel like now is a decent time. Sasha, thank you so much for the dono, though. I do appreciate that. Build a giant Christmas tree in the world. I tend to not date my videos all that much. So I don't really tend to build too many. I don't really do holiday videos or anything like that. I think come in the new year, because I don't think I'll be able to have time to do it as far as what I currently have planned through the end of this year. I do want to start a big snowy area. That's going to be fun. So it's not really going to be like Christmas themed, but we're definitely going to have like holiday vibes in terms of just like a snowy winter village. So as much as that can turn into Christmas vibes, we'll have that. But I don't think I'm going to do like a full on Christmas special or anything like that. Just bought some cute crochet plushies from the craft fair on Saturday. Ooh, fun. I didn't really buy it. I meant to look and see if there's any like good trinkets or things to get for little gifts and when we were at the holiday market, and then we got there and I just kind of forgot. So, oops. I was just too tired. We got back from the concert at 1 a.m. I think, and then no, because the concert ended at like 11:30, and then we had to walk back to our room, and by the time we were like getting ready for bed and everything and all that, like I think it was pretty close to 1, and then it was just like brain was just awake from fun vibes and all that for that, and stayed up probably until like 2 a.m. and then we woke up and went to the Christmas market the next day, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so tired. First stream, welcome on in. And Feisty Brit, welcome on in. Good to have you. Sounds like a nice trip. It was a really good trip. Went to Tim Hortons, got some Timbits. So, you know, can't complain too much. I had multiple people tell me that we had to go there. So we did. It was great. I've been to Canada quite a few times, just living in Washington. We're pretty close to the border, so it's easy to get up to like British Columbia, and I always love it. Every single time we go, it's just such a blast. It also really helps being from the US, so our dollar goes a little bit further up there with just the conversion rate. So it makes a trip to Canada becomes a lot easier to do when, even though things look expensive in the Canadian dollar, then you basically take 40% off, and then that's what it is right now. It's like 38% or something like that. So it helps with making the trip a little bit more free to, wee, what do we want to do? I don't know. Let's do this. And then you like no thoughts, just vibes. Speaking of which, there's 2 shulker boxes full of no thoughts, just vibes.
Glad you streamed. I needed this to cheer me up. I
Oh,
just
Mallow.
lost my childhood dog yesterday. She was a miniature poodle and she was
Oh,
getting ready to turn 13.
That was not Mallow. That was
Keep it
Mocha
real.
Frappe. Thank you so very much. I'm so sorry to hear that.
After having surgery on both legs.
Both of you. Oh, wow. Mocha, thank you so much for the dono. I really do appreciate that, and I'm so sorry to hear that. That is never a fun experience to go through. I know that's a very tough time, and I'm very sorry to hear that. I think the thing that always helps me with for pups or family pets and all, and I won't chat about it too much because I know it can be a little triggering for some people who might be going through those things, but I think the most helpful thing that helped me to remember is, like, one, very okay to be sad and be missing somebody.
So cool if you built a home for the wandering trader. I've never seen anybody do it. Imagine llama stables and all.
I got a few to get through. But I think the big thing that helps me is a lot of times when pups get older, they get into be a lot of pain and they don't really understand why they're in pain. And I think there's a little bit of like the simplicity of like they're just not really in pain anymore, which can be, I don't know, that always gives me a little bit of comfort of I've had a few dogs that just look like they're just like, why I don't understand what's going on. And then yeah, so at least now you know that they're able to be in a more comfortable position, I guess, or they're just not in pain anymore. But I'm so sorry to hear that. That's hard. That's very, very hard. And Mallow, good luck on the recovery from that. I know you've been talking about that for a while, and hope everything's going well on the recovery front. And yeah, definitely rest for as long as you can. That sounds like a very massive surgery. You do both legs at once.
Bedrock floating moss pool.
Thank you, everybody, for all the support. I really do appreciate it. Jordan, thank you so much for checking on the moss on Bedrock, too. I appreciate that. And then, who did I miss? Bailana, thank you so much for the dono. I think it'd be cool if you built a home for the wandering trader. I've never seen anybody do it. Imagine llama stalls in his stables and all his... Yeah, Mogswamp did that for the wandering trader a while ago in his world. I did that when wandering traders originally came out. Well, I didn't really build a home for them, but I built a wandering trader caravan camp in the original building with fWhip World because we had some wandering traders that spawned in there that just never despawned. So I built a little camp for them in the desert and got some more llamas and everything so that they're all hanging there. But so I've done that. The problem with wandering traders though is that there's no way to keep them in the game anymore outside of those buggy ones that I had that just never despawned, but they also never re-unlocked their trades so that you couldn't do anything with them. But yeah, it's definitely can be a fun thing to do. They're wandering, they don't have a permanent home. Yeah, that's why I kind of built them as like caravan traders. Kind of was going for like Silk Road caravan across the desert vibes. Before I regret it, let's change out our pickaxe. Or not our pickaxe, our shovel. Lauren, thank you so much for the 22 months. Ordered my Grimlands fWhip pin to put on the Goblin fWhip plushie. Very excited. Oh boy, Empire Season 1 and Season 2 are going to be connected. Oh no. Be unstoppable. That's so funny that moss trick works on Bedrock too. I don't know why that's... Oh, right. Those things don't leak. That's so funny. I can't believe that's a thing in the game. Little interactions that just never get patched, I guess. Somebody's gonna find a farm on how to use that eventually, I'm sure. There'll be some use case that you need a floating carpet, and only a floating carpet in water will work. Riviga Burr, thank you so much for the 4 months. Got another stream from Down Under. Probably gonna be falling asleep to this one at 7 a.m. and I still haven't slept. Yeah, go sleepies. Go sleepies. Catch the VOD after. But thank you so much for the dono, and thanks for spending your morning with us. Or night? I don't know. When do you just start saying it's morning again when you've been up all night? I feel like that was... Cause I feel like my original logic as a kid was like, it's never morning until I've slept and woken up. But, you know, now that it's 7 a.m., I feel like you're kind of blurring that line. You're kind of into morning. I guess if other people would say good morning to you, then it's technically morning. Do you know how many pins are left? I remember there's only 1,000 on sale. I don't have that number. I'm sorry. I do not know. All I can say is that there are still some available to be purchased, but I don't know how many. So if you are looking to secure one, it's definitely a get in and get it secured when you can. Otherwise, you're just kind of playing the game. I would be surprised if it sells out soon. I can try and ask Lizzie to get a number on that, but I also don't want to bother her because I know she's dealing with a lot of things regarding it. So I don't want to be like, hey, can I get an update on how many are left? Hey. So, yeah, I'll try and get an update next week. How about that? How's that sound? See if that's going. But yeah, I would say right now they are still available. I don't know. I haven't got a message or anything saying, oh, there's only 20 left or whatever. But so I'm not too sure. Oh, the sales page tells you how many are left? Oh, really? Oh, I haven't looked at it. Let's go check. Oh, there's 849 left. There you go. That's how many are left. So 151 have been purchased. Oh boy. And they're going to be available until they sell out. So if you're worried like, I need to get cash to get one now, yeah, you got time. You got plenty of time.
Pleased to meet you.
I promise we'll do something beyond just mine mud today. We'll also place mud. When will the plushies start arriving? They're supposed to be early mid-December. They are supposed to be here before the holidays, like before Christmas. You should have your fWhip plushies. If everything goes well, Makeship told me you all would have them going into the first week of December. Or first or second week of December. Obviously giving a little bit more time if you're in like Australia or something like that. Like it might take a little bit longer to get there because they're shipping from the US. But I know US and most like European folks should have it by the second week of December at the latest.
Keep it real.
The sun is like all the way up now, so yeah, I think it's officially the morning for me. XD, the urge to take it round the clock and sleep tonight is real low. I could do so much with the time.
True. Yeah. Who was that old like scientist or philosopher who was like, yeah, if you sleep, I remember some TV shows made jokes about it, but it was like something like sleeping, like you think about how many more hours of productivity you could have if you only sleep, like if you are awake for an hour and a half and you sleep for 20 minutes and you're awake for an hour and a half and you sleep for 20 minutes and that's just your cycle as you go, like how many more hours of productivity could you have throughout the day? Because you would like you're just fully productive for an hour and a half and then you down and then you're back productive again. It was like, no. I like my sleep. Life's not all about being as most productive as you possibly can. That's what I've come to realize. But Rivy, thank you so much for the dono. I do appreciate that. And Julius, thank you so much for the 2 months. Mining mud is so satisfying. Yeah, true. Kadalo, hello there. Mid-morning, evening, midday, it's all the same in the eternal darkness. That is my sleep schedule. True eggs. True. So true. So real. How many things could you actually do in an hour and a half? Well, if you wake up and get going right away, probably a lot. I mean, like, an hour and a half is a lot of time. Like, we've been live for 40 minutes. Gonna get all this mud mined up twice over. Yeah, easy. We're gonna fill that with stacks of mud for the rest. We'll just hang on to the
Pleased to
hanging
meet
roots
you.
that I get. Muddy roots. Scuba Steve mode. Almost through it. And we'll get to the harbor. We'll place all the mud down in the harbor that we have so far. And then after that, we can dig out the rest, because we'll be able to start seeing the shapes and slopes of where it's going to go a little bit easier. I just need to get caught up on what we had dug down so far to place blocks on top of, because now that I've been out of it for 5 days, whatever it's been, definitely make me a little bit more confused. Also, I don't know if it'll be later tonight, but I was talking last week about doing like a Warcraft, StarCraft playthrough, like late night streams and stuff for Twitch people. I think I kind of want to play it tonight, because now that I'm back, I'm like,
Oh god, I could never do that, Limau. I regularly stay awake for 35 to 50 hours, then crash for 12 though. Bipolar mania is on XD.
Keep it real.
Sorry for my behavior last stream. You equals a legend.
Hey, Wessel, I appreciate you saying something. We always are willing to give people a second chance, so thank you for owning up to it, and good to have you back. You're more than welcome to be here. All right, there we go. There's our 4 shulker boxes of mud and a decent amount of muddy roots. We'll see how much this goes through. Since I'm here, though, I might as well get a little bit more mud. I don't mind if I do. Rivy, thank you so much for the dono again. 35 to 50 hours, though? Yeah. No, not for me. Not for me. I feel like that definitely has its positives and negatives, though. If you aren't getting at least a minimum 4 or 5 hours straight sleep a day, you actually aren't going through a full sleep schedule. Your brain is going to go through. True. I hate when our brain goes through. Happens far more often. I really want to get a pin, but I don't think I'd justify 30 just to get a pin to my house. Yeah, I know that shipping can be a little pricey, but it's they're shipping from the UK for the pins. There's not too much we can do. We tried to price the pins as low as we possibly could so that we could make them as accessible as possible, but shipping, unfortunately, is just a hard rate that we don't determine. So it happens sometimes to just not be super fun. I love that I'm just mined underneath the trees. It's just so much. Look at how much mud is missing. All of that stone you see, they're the entire. It starts over here, and it's like half the mangrove swamp at this point. It's just missing the mud underneath the canopy. But when you're right here, you can barely tell. Okay, you can kind of see it a little bit. But 24 per pin to California, yeah. No, I apologize on the price being a little bit higher, but we did try and do as much as we could to get it down as low as we possibly could. Just as the unfortunate way things go sometimes. Looks like Medusa visited, turned everything to stone. True. Let's land on top of the house and do a little shrapey. Because, no, all right, we can shrapey inside the house. All these nice European companies I want to buy from, but it costs more to ship than the thing actually costs sometimes. Yeah. How do Americans call football soccer? Because for some reason they name the sport football that actually only has one person in the entire game who touches the ball with their foot on each team. So obviously we can't have 2 footballs, so then soccer can. How many RL days is this world? We're almost at 70 days playtime. Something. something about there. Oh, shipping cost to Australia. Yeah, I can imagine. That's not fun. Stam, welcome on in. Oh, can't stay. And vibe. You have a good stream. Hey, thanks for stopping by. You have going all right. If you're still looking into Fields of Mystery, they had a new update to the game coming out today. Oh my god, there's another game. Wait, I need to pull it up before I forget.
Nice to meet you.
Y'all, I'm so hyped for this game. It's oh no, not the soccer/football discussion again. Sorry, my Steam's updating. I was opening it because I was going to show y'all, but it's fine. What is it called? It's been on my Rogue Command. It literally launched today. Look at this thing. It's so cool. Is there any incriminating information on here? No. Okay, I don't think so. No.
Hello, many greetings.
Yeah, look at this. This game came out recently. I am obsessed. It's so cool. It's a roguelike RTS. And like, so every single time you just play is different, and it's like verse AIs and everything, and it's just you build up like a deck of different cards that you can play as different like infantry types, mechs, and all that stuff. And so you can just build out all, like, it looks so cool. I'm so interested in seeing how this goes. So you can like set all your different stuff. I really want to play it. It just came out in early access today, so I'm really interested in trying it. And it seems pretty simple for what it is right now, but it's an RTS that's just a pure roguelike, and I think that sounds so cool. So it's all the base building and everything, but like it's designed to lose and come back and like use the currency you get, and it doesn't have multiplayer. It's just, at least right now, let me double check that before no, single player. Yeah, so I'm very interested in, come on, why did the Steam window turn that big? No. Sorry. Okay, let's pause that. I was gonna buy that. I remembered it just released, so I want to buy that after stream. But I already have other RTS games that I want to play. I got Warcraft 1, I got Warcraft 2, and we gotta replay Warcraft 3. And then we're gonna play through probably StarCraft 1, maybe, or at least StarCraft 2. The graphics are fun. Yeah, I'm really interested about it. I'm very curious to see how it goes. Okay, we're gonna take all this extra stuff. Actually, I'll just put the dirt away. Stick, be gone. I'll just put the dirt away. Right, the dirt is now filling this box. It's fine. That's dirt. That's rockets. Chops. Blocky stinks and now I disappear. Good. Good last message, Stam. Has tea. Spill it. Y'all, we got 1,000 people in here on YouTube right now, and we're at 560 likes. So that is half the people have clicked the like. So if you can, please be sure to click the like button. It helps me out so very much. So I really, really do appreciate it. And I promise I'll stop asking eventually. Maybe. Could. I love answering the soccer question with "we learned it from you." Yeah. British people love to be like, no, we would never. And it's like, well, actually, we actually kind of had to learn it from somebody. Okay, so we're going to take a lot of our mud, and we just need to basically fill in all these areas that have been dug out. And then once we get them all filled in, we can just keep moving over there. And for now, I'm just going to kind of outline these different shapes. We'll come back in later and build out some mossy rocks as things are moving. Might be laggy for a little second here. There, looks like it's back. It's gonna look so much better here once we get all this in instead of the gross. Just base Minecraft river bottom. Yeah, even just that section right there. Ooh, so much better. I'm so scared for when you die in this world. Same. But we're vibing. We're chilling. I'm feeling confident still. And the nice part about hardcore, once you get fully kitted out in full armor, like full enchanted netherite armor, full enchanted tools, you got totems. If you get into something spooky, you have golden apples ready. I think the big thing about hardcore Minecraft, the way that a lot of like long-term worlds end is from people not being prepared and going into situations and being like, yeah, I'll be fine. Or getting into a situation that they didn't think would be a bad situation. Like that's the big worry. But like if you're going to fight a warden or something like that as a hardcore player, you're going to bring your golden apples. You're going to bring your enchanted golden apples. You're going to bring your beacon setups. You're going to bring strength potions, turtle masters, all that stuff. Like you're going to have that ready to go. So that actually isn't the most terrifying thing that can really happen in the game. The big spookies are like the moments where you don't really know what's going on. So that's why, like, I know Linksy talks about a lot, like chest plate awareness, always knowing that like if you're not actively flying, you put your chest piece on. And so I've been trying to be better about that in this world, and that I think has made all the difference. So like doing stuff like that helps a lot, which is making you safer as a player. So outside of when we were mining mud, because I needed to jump down into the 1-block holes, so using the wings to be able to do that. But pretty much anytime I'm on the ground nowadays, I have my chest plate on, so that helps a lot. SL and the Hunter, thank you so much for the bits. And thanks for what you do. I had a cornea transplant and watching your videos podcast style helped keep me sane. Laid out in the dark for 4 days, unable to see. Whew. Well, at least it sounds like the recovery went well with that, or you're on the tail end of it. So hope it keeps going well. Yeah, I think the big things with hardcore is just being aware of what's around you. And I think in this world I've done, oh geez, hello, flashbang. I've done a much better job of staying aware of what I'm interacting with and like how I'm interacting with things around me. Yeah, the secret of this world is building space with space fWhip. But the thing you're going to run into is that I've generated it and deleted and recreated and regenerated chunks and things as it's going. So through various different updates, so you probably won't be able to get the exact same seed, as I don't think it generates this way anymore with all the new additions that come out. But you can get something similar with just putting that in. Actually, this is going to be the weird part of we need to... see what happens as we build all this stuff out. Yeah, okay, so we can take this down. I think the 2 blocks right now is probably our best bet that we can do. Maybe bring it out a little bit further here. Why do you have a capital building in your capital city? We kind of have the town hall, which serves as the meeting rooms and kind of capital city vibes. So we have that going, but we don't have like a traditional capital building, I guess you could say. And that's just kind of haven't built one yet, but we have a few governmental buildings that I would think would count as a capital building of sorts. No, my mud, thank you. But no, I'm probably not really going to be building like a giant, like this is the Senate building, blah, blah, blah. I'm not really thinking I'll do that. No, 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 no. Thank you. Is this deep enough here? Because this is where that river is going to be coming around. I think I need to take that deeper. Otherwise, the boats are going to be pretty low. That'd be a great place to keep your nitwits. That would be good. The horse incident? Which horse incident? I think I need to drop this down another one. If you're talking about the skeleton horse incident, that was bad. I don't really know what I'm doing on this side over here, so I'm a little kind of like, I don't want to get too far into it because I'm probably going to expand it more. So we probably just not really focus beyond there. That's okay. Wait, so you press scroll wheel to middle mouse, like bring something up there? Yeah, that's your scroll wheel is also a button. Somebody recently was like, fWhip, why don't you just set up conduits everywhere? You get haste 2 off of a conduit. It's definitely not haste 2. Silly commenter. Maybe build a palace. We're going to have a school that's going to look like it was recreated from a palace. Because the idea with the city is that it's more ruled by the society of people who live here instead of like a king and queen. Because I just honestly didn't really want to build your traditional medieval monarchy. So that's a Swede. I was wondering what was swimming around there. So we're going to take that there used to be a monarchy of like a ruling class or an emperor or something. And so we're going to have this big grand palace, but the palace has been restructured up there to be a school. So we're going to be starting that eventually. And the idea behind the school is that it's a university for foliage and different types of like, that's because this society highly values farmers and really like looks like nature and all that stuff. So we're gonna have different schools dedicated to different types of agriculture. So we're gonna have probably some magic elements of like some plant magic something or another going on, like nature magic vibes. And then we're also going to have like a farmer's department. We're going to have a whole, there was something, what did we call it? That the city had like the path gardeners something. But just general gardening and people who take care of the city. So we're going to have that as part of it. And then we're gonna have like an underground area based around mushrooms. We're gonna have a tree area, so we're gonna have some greenhouses into it, and it's gonna be really cool overall. I'm super excited for it. But yeah, farmer's department. Can they have a farmer truck? Only if they sell insurance out of it. Okay, I like this. I think that's looking pretty good. A salmon! Oh, the superior fish.
Pleased to meet you.
So we got a lot of things that we still need to plan out and do for it, but I think it's gonna be a really cool university to create after a while.
Pleased to meet you.
I have all the classrooms and like classes that I want to have, like kind of thinking almost Harry Potter house style of when we start actually building out living areas and whatnot and the different classrooms and everything. Like people are coming there, they're picking their major of what they want to study. Do they want to be an arborist? Do they want to be a farmer? Do they want to be a gardener? Like all those different things. Like there'll be different classes themed around the different elements, and they can kind of pick and choose what they want to do. And then we'll have different like wings of the place. Whatchamacallit? What is it? university, like different wings of the palace, that's the word, that have been converted into different classrooms, so those types of things, which I think would be fun. And then like an under area that's going to be carved into not that cliff, but I want to have another cliff like that up there that the palace is actually setting on. So it's like this cliff, and then there's another one. And in the like underside of that cliff, we're going to carve out areas for all of the people who are studying like the fungal side of it are going to be down there. And I've missed so many things. Tomer, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you so much, Heroic Pixels, for the tier 2 for 10 months. 10 months, only 2 more for the big old green tree. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Jewel with the tier 3 for 51 months. My dude, thank you so very much for that. I really do appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think do you have the new tree yet, Jewel? You're getting close to it. Tomer, thank you so much for the 4 months. What do you think is the best palette for a house? I mean, I'm obsessed with top blocks right now. And then also mud brick. Ooh, packed mud. Ooh, so good. That random geek MC, thanks so much for the 2 months. Haven't got a live stream so long. Subbed on here with my Prime sub and watching on YouTube. Hey, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Skyden, thank you so much for the 1 year. Can't wait for your university building. Finally a new tree. Yeah, we're the arborist area is going to have a lot of custom trees in it. Probably the only problem I'm running into right now, which we can change, is that it's a lot of that area up there is in a snow biome. So we're probably going to have to use a lot of moss instead of grass blocks, which will be kind of annoying. And we're gonna have weird coloring on the plants, but maybe that's if they can learn how to keep the plant alive in cold weather, then they can keep the plant alive anywhere. That's it. That's the reasoning for it being on the mountain. Now, I think they're going to have some fields out back behind them that they'll be able to utilize and work in and all that. Sorry for all the pixels moving around if stream quality got real rough. You know boxing? I know what boxing is. I've never boxed before. I don't follow boxing. My basil in my room is dying from the cold. Yeah, I still need to tear out the garden from the summer. It's just been out there just wilting away in the cold weather, and I'm like, yeah, I'll get to it. Haven't got into it. But that's okay. In one of your creator streams, you had some outlines for ships. I like the ideas. There's one ship utterly gnomish, dirty, and disgusting, no sails, steam engine, and big smoke exhausting. I have been thinking about doing a steam ship, something like a steamboat. But yeah, I always come back to how Avatar did for the firebenders. Like I always love their design for the steam ships. But I feel like I can't just rip that from Avatar. Last Airbender, the superior Avatar. But yeah, I would love to do some more stuff than just our classic, like, sir.
Pleased to meet you.
So rude. I keep him up there safe and sound, and all he wants to do is shoot me. Some people. Right, let's come over here and right, I had dug this down further, so we're gonna take all of these guys down here a little bit further too, just by another block, and then we'll start ramping this in. I don't know if I need to take this side area back down further too or not. Yeah, let's make this here a little bit steeper so we can have that just be 2, and then this. Because there's going to be another boat there, so I might have to push all of that mud back a little bit more once we get into actually designing the boat. But that's okay. I can figure that out when I get there. And everything else, we can just drop it down another block. Aries Centauri on Mars, thanks so much for the 25 months. What if you did a raised area where the snow is? It's a raised stone platform, maybe for protection, because this area is outside the walls. Yeah, the palace is gonna have like full-on walls around it. Like it's gonna kind of be, it's gonna occupy, if we go to the map, like the plan is for the road to go up here. I've talked about before, up University Street. The palace, like main building, probably is gonna sit here. It's gonna have like a wing there. It's gonna have the cliff face over here. And it's gonna have like wings back here, and probably like a wall that's gonna wrap. This wall is probably gonna wrap all the way up here to this edge to, I'm thinking a back gate. And then this is gonna get turned into like fields for the students to manage in this grassy area. But we're gonna probably be removing the snow of this entire region here, which let's see, yeah, I got breath, is that like flatter edge of the mountain, like the lower point here into that flat edge up there, like all of that snow, which is gonna be a pain for the powdered snow. Actually, I guess we can use water bucket to get rid of it. It's not that bad anymore. Hogwarts for farmers, yeah. But yeah, so I do want to have a raised defensible area up there, and like walls, and mostly just for decoration and kind of containing the university, because I know it's weird that we have city walls everywhere in this world, but I've always kind of said that, like, yeah, everything here is pretty peaceful. Like, my opinion is always that the walls are mostly to keep like wild animals out, or to keep like some, I don't know, fantasy creatures and things like that, because like all of the civilizations work together for the most part, at least in current lores. Or I guess keeping pillagers out. Pillagers are like the roaming bandits of the world in the simple lore that we've created, so they definitely need to be walls to keep them out, but they still spawn inside because we can't stop that. I guess you can, because pillagers only spawn based off of, they spawn based off of your light level. If you didn't know, pillagers spawn if the, I don't know what the light level is, but if you have torches around your base, pillagers cannot spawn like in your base. That's why they always spawn outside on the hills and everything. So if you like torch spam and cover an area, or even just like light it up with glow lichen or whatever. Actually, I'm not sure glow lichen is a high enough light level, but they look at the client light level, not the sun. And like there's two light levels. There are, where am I? What am I looking at? There's skylight, and then there's block light, and they go off of block light levels, so they can't spawn in certain block light levels. If you didn't know. I want transdimensional planes hopping the other day and landed in the fWhip hardcore world. Did a lot of sightseeing. Very pretty world. Oh, you went transdimensional plane hopping. Oh, cool.
Pleased to meet you.
I definitely was thinking airplane for a second, but I think you mean like plane of existence. But I was like, transdimensional airplane flight? Sounds cool. This is the slow part, because I need to make sure I don't break my current bed. Figuring out how we're going to turn all of this into source blocks is going to be a pain in the butt. I'm just kind of hoping that once I start bone mealing around, it's going to fix itself. Starry, thank you so much for the 6 months. Hope you're doing well. How's everybody in chat? Hopefully they're doing good. Well, hopefully they're at least enjoying themselves here. That's all. That's what we're hoping for. Also, we got 1,100 people here, and we're at 700 likes, so we're getting up there. It's getting closer, but if you click that like button, it helps me out a ton, so I do appreciate it. Snowing here in Calgary. Not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping for a little snow when we were in not Vancouver, Toronto, but you know, I think it's still a little too early, and they're right on the lake, so I don't think it happens too often. But I'm ready for a snow. I'm ready for a snow. We don't get too many snows, but I'm ready for one. Came from work, good day, lots of laughs. Nice, Yentl. Awesome. Great to hear. It's always good when a work day you're actually like, you know what? I didn't despise being here today. It's the little things. I didn't want to fully pull my hair out at work today. I joke, I joke. This right here. Now that a bit of that was true when I used to, before I started doing the YouTube thing. Now I enjoy most days working. I'm just kind of going to here for now. Like, we'll just leave all... I want to fix this to make the log not look like it's floating anymore. Okay. We'll just send this all the way back. You only do that when customers are being a nuisance? True. Always them dang customers. Just to get a little bit more texture in. No thank you. No thank you. I said, no, thank you. I don't want to buy anything. Thank you. Ugh. No, actually, no, thank you. Thank you, but no, thanks. Thank you, but no. Okay, we're getting there. Oh, I kind of been keeping up on that side. And there's so much left. This is gonna take forever. Oh my gosh. It's really funny because lately me and my family sit down and watch footbeds. Hey, appreciate it, dude. A whole family affair. You want to give you some dirt? I don't want dirt right now. I got plenty. I need mud. I think I need to just start leveling the entire zone down to where we need it, and then we will start going and digging it out and replacing the mud. Like, we'll level it down by a block or two. We'll do our entire U of mud, and then we'll come back and we'll dang, I was really hoping this will only take like an hour and a half today. I also didn't expect 40 minutes to gather 4 shulker boxes of mud, but here we are. Just the way it goes. It's been non-stop snowing since 2 a.m. We have about 5 inches already. Ooh. I mentioned it already in stream today alone, and I probably mentioned it in many other streams, but Sid and I are both just like, we're so ready for cozy home vibes. And I feel like just from a place where we don't get much snow, anytime it snows, I'm like, cozy home. Cozy home vibes here. This is it. This is just a little snow outside. Inside gets all cozy. Got a fire. We'll put a fire in the fireplace, and there's just, ugh. It's rain and arrows underwater. Anybody told you arrows don't really work underwater? Huh? What's your render distance mod? I use NVIDIA, which you need an NVIDIA graphics card that has GTX capabilities for it. So you do need a good graphics card for that. And then I use Bobby mod to help get the extra render distance out of it. NVIDIA helps with rendering to make it go faster. Bobby mod allows you to render more than 32 chunks. So if you don't have an NVIDIA graphics card, you can try just Bobby, but it probably won't be the most efficient. You can also use Bobby on servers. It'll cache old chunks in what they look like. Then when you get closer to them, it'll actually update them to what they really are. so you can get longer render distances on servers, kind of. It looks fine. Sometimes you'll just be like, oh, that popped up in my face. Where did that come from? I don't know. Another fWhip stream of digging. Diggy, 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 diggy. It is all we do. We diggy, diggy, and then we diggy, diggy some more. It's okay. You know, wanna know why? New series on Thursday. Yeah. Single player series. Single player. Sorry. Not an SMP before some of you get too excited. Or for the people who are like, oh, it's SMP time again. New single player series dropping. Hardcore is going to be taking a wee bit of a break. The main hardcore world. And it's probably going to be a lot of like stream stuff. But yeah, we got a new single player hardcore starting on Thursday. And we're going to still be streaming a ton from this world and getting things moving. But as we go into the holidays, I wanted something new. Something fun. Modded? No, not modded.
Hey, for real.
Burr. Thank you. Yes, yeah, we need it. We needed the extra sound effects. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Yuntel. Oh, this is gonna be so annoying. Pickaxe be doing a dead. Felt more soothing? Yeah, thank you. Sometimes that just does sound a little bit better than this one. Do you have some small detail tips for wizardy-like towers? I'm assuming you made like something more fantastical and like curved. I think if you're going for a wizard tower, you want the magical vibes. You can have like glass panes like floating around it. That can kind of help get a little bit more magical vibe. You can also use a lot of amethyst crystals. That can help with the magic vibes a lot of times. Sorry, I had to fix that. That was going to bother me so much. Yeah, I don't really do a whole lot of super magically themed builds, but you could definitely try doing something along there. That's going to just be there forever. I don't have bone meal to fix it. It's okay. It's whatever. It's fine. It's just gonna be a random little poof. But yeah, I would say if you're going for wizard tower vibes, definitely going magical is a good way to go. And then you can always do that like floating spire thing attached, like a little side turret on the tower that's sticking out, and make that have like a cool like floaty element to it, but it's still like rooted in with a bridge. I always think that can be a fun way to go about it. Also, I'm not even bothering to pick any of this stuff up. We're just going to let it all despawn on the surface. I can't be asked. What was the next episode? Next video will be out on Thursday, and it's from a new hardcore little like mini series. We're going to see how long it goes for. It's not going to be a replacement series for this big one, but it's definitely something just for a fun thing to do for a little while. Get a little early game Minecrafting experience in again. I haven't done that in a single player world in a very, very long time, so I'm really looking forward to it. As much as I love this 3-year world, I logged into the new series that's coming out and was like, oh my god, early game Minecraft stone tools. And that's it. And the fear of everything. Oh, it's fun. Fear of everything and not knowing what the heck's around me. Oh, I had a really, really good time recording the first episode. Yeah, the island series is coming. Yeah, I mentioned it on stream before, but it's going to be a hardcore and an island series. So it's going to go either until I die or until we finish building out the entire island and like decorating and changing everything that we want to on the island. And I will say I picked a pretty decent sized island. It's gonna be cool. I'm having fun with it. I'm already getting started on episode 2 already. I'm trying to get ahead. There will be no video next week, by the way, probably. We'll be streaming a good amount, but there's going to be no video next week because it's Thanksgiving in the U.S. and we have family staying with us, so I'm going to be not uploading a video next Thursday because it's a holiday, but we'll be back in.
Working with Prismarine?
I like working with dark Prismarine. I like working with regular Prismarine. Prismarine brick I tend to not use too much. I'll use it to help texture with some copper, but that's about it. I need it to be almost like a magical-y build to use Prismarine too a lot of the time, because regular Prismarine has the color shift to it, so it can kind of do some wonky things. Dark Prismarine I love, but it's a pain in the butt to gather because you need all the black dye. So that can be a huge pain. But yeah, I think Prismarine are really cool blocks. I used to work with them all the time. I used to love working with Prismarine. I don't do it so much anymore, though, I will say. Make roofs with dark Prismarine again? Yeah, I need to... honestly, the reason I haven't is because I haven't fixed the Wither Rose farm yet. So I don't have great access to black dye because my squid farm is awful. I don't know why it's so bad, but it's terrible. Okay, now that we're down here, we're at a pretty good base. We're at the lowest point of that river, so we actually don't want to sink this down incredibly large amounts further. So I think what I want to start doing is we're going to take like this and curve it over here and fill in all of that with this layer to here, and then we're gonna start curving these out to be a lot larger per layer instead of 2 or 3 blocks coming out. We're gonna start making a bit like we started getting these a little bit larger as they go already, so we're gonna start bringing that around to everything else, and then the middle probably just slowly maybe 2 to 3 blocks, and that'll be it, and that'll be everything in here. And then we can just do some light bone mealage throughout, get a little bit of seagrass, and then that'll kind of wrap this for now, at least for this current phase. My mud. No, no, no. Need an extra spot. Can't be what now? I don't know, dude. Words are hard. Sunken ship would be cool, but there's so many of them in Minecraft. Yeah, I kind of want to find like a natural sunken ship near something that we're building and revamp that, but I don't want to put one in here. We might put like a small little dinghy, kind of like we did that little side boat over there, like that sunk down. But I don't want to put like a full sunken ship in here. Squid farms are just bad altogether because of water always in render distance. No, I drained all the water. I drained all of the water outside of the farm. But I think I think there's glow squids that are filling up the squid cap. So I think that's the problem I'm running into. This is probably going to be a little bit larger over here. So probably, I don't know. So I'm thinking that the water like curves around here and goes back that way. So I don't know if that means this would be more or less. Oh, I hear Coda howling. He has to go to the vet to get a blood test today because we'll go see how his new meds are doing with him. Like this here, I think I actually want to tear this back up. And I just created an absolute mess underneath. Yep, that's going to be a bummer to see down there forever. Whatever. We will cover it. Not my problem. Can't see it. Don't have to deal with it. Is Koda okay? Yeah, he's been good. He's just getting to be an older pup. He's on he's always had like stomach issues and just different things going on with him, you know, that purebred dog life from questionable breeder. But we didn't know until way after the fact, so we're just he's just a dog. He's just dogging. But no, he's good. He's on a new med. He's on a new thyroid med because he keeps getting low blood tests on thyroid on his like thyroid count. So he's on a new med and he's been on it for a few weeks now, and they want us to come back in and see if that's helped his levels or if he needs to go on a different med for that or anything like that. So he's been good, but he's reacted really, really well to the medicine. One of the side effects of the medicine is that the dog will have a lot more energy. And boy, oh boy, does Koda have a lot of energy right now. Homie is. He's become 2 years younger. Dude is active. He is like, let's go do something. Let's go do things. I don't want to just sleep on the couch all day. Let's go do things. So yeah, it works out for him. Also, I answered the question, but Eliora, thank you so much for the dono earlier. I appreciate that. We're almost at 900 likes. Can we do it? Can we get to the 1,000? Is it gonna happen? I don't know. Nope. Sorry. I say no. I said no. Still said no. All right. I think I want to bring this bottom layer out here a little bit further. We'll still kind of do like a dip and then an out, but that's good. That's good. I'm glad he's okay. Yeah, yeah. How old is he? He's 7 now. He's not like super old pup, but he's not senior citizen level, but he's definitely an adult dog. And big dogs, you always just gotta keep track of them. Okay. It's probably gonna look a little wonk, but that's okay. And we'll just fill in this over here. Yeah, that's fine-ish. Yeah. So let's do a little flight up above. See if we can land on the top of the sail mass. Yeah, I feel like another block or two underneath, and that'll definitely have the dark level that I'm looking for. Maybe, yeah, maybe we go 2 blocks down further, and then we'll just kind of call it there. Yeah, exactly. He's definitely doing that. A lot of yelling, though. A lot more yelling. Yeah. We'll see. I think another 2 layers down will be good. So we'll just do 1 more off the top, then we'll bring our mud out another 5-6 blocks. And maybe a little bit more, to be honest, because I want that middle one to be kind of... I also want it to be like a crescent shape for the bottom, not just like a ring. I think like a crescent shape kind of going woof that way could be cool. I'm ready to not have all these water particles around everywhere. All of this is just flowing water. I love how the biomes feel so unique in your world. Yeah, I've really loved the extra little touches that we can throw on all of them. I would love to one day redo part of the birch forest, like tear out some of the trees and do some of the new birch trees in there. But I don't think it'll ever happen. I think the current one has a good vibe, but I just like my new birch trees more. But I think it's a good lesson in remembering where the build was originally and where we are at now with building abilities. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, just something I've improved upon. How many hours did you put into that tree, the world tree? I think that build alone is probably 200 to 300 hours. Between planning, building, gathering materials, etc. I think it's probably in the 200 to 300 hour range. Because I know when I did round 2 of expanding the canopy, that alone took that took about 100 hours, I think, to do the second round. Or it was like 80 hours or something like that. And that was the shorter stint. The first one took so long to do. I would say it's a 300 hour range for that tree because there's 70,000 azalea leaves in that tree. So gathering 70,000 azalea leaves alone took forever. I love underwater terraforming. I hate it. It's my least favorite place to terraform. That's why I normally just leave the underwater and just say, yeah, it's fine. I'm just gonna make my watercolor darker so you can't see it very well. But this one, no, we're going above and beyond for this region of the world. Doing more. I want this whole entire region of the world eventually to be fully customized. Like, that's my goal. I want the entire half of this, like everywhere around the city, everything. I think eventually within render distance of the city, my goal is to have like completely changed, or at least changed in a way that like it just, oh my god, hi, that was a foot. No free feet on the cam, dude. Just sticking his foot on the stream, being like, hey, look at it. Oh, dude, come on now. Gross. Hattie, thanks so much for the 8 months. Appreciate that. There's a skeleton shooting him underwater? No, there's a pumpkin skeleton up there from Halloween last year. Underwater terraforming is like the last 10% of polish that makes things look great, but I can never be bothered to do it. Yeah. It could be fun to trap a drowned with a trident down here if we can find one eventually. Could like trap him in like an underwater ship, so whenever you're down here you just have a little drowned dude throwing tridents. That'd probably be awful to trap him in there, but maybe. Why is that random bubbly spot underwater? Because it doesn't have source blocks on it. It's a particular mod that I use that adds that effect to falling water. And unfortunately, it also happens underwater if there's no source blocks. So, like, we're going to get some in here. But if we were to put, like, source blocks, they go away. I just can't get a source block up there without... Can't get a source block up there without rebuilding things, so I'm just going to hope that we can fix it later once we get greenery down here that'll create more source blocks. Build an underground prison in the city. I have a plan to do a kind of prison for hostile mobs in the world at some point, but I don't know if we'll do like a full-on prison here. I would rather do like an underground catacombs or like a crypt or something. I think that could be more fun to build in that regard, at least. So I think if we're doing something, we'll probably go on that. side, but who knows. I'm gonna open my door just so Nova can come in. I hear her running around the house because I know Sid just left. She's very sad that she doesn't get to go to the vet and get a blood test. She's like, I want to go. Coda's going somewhere. I want to go. Little does she know. fWhip, I have your faith in your ability to stay alive in this world, but every so often you say sometime like, hey, let's get a guy to throw tridents at me when I'm when I'm around here, and it makes me worry. Fair. I understand where you're coming from on that one. I get that. I get that. Oh, we forgot a little in the middle. I don't know. I want to add more things with Minecraft mobs around the world. Like, I'm never going to be just, like, chilling there. And if he's only in, like, a certain point, like, I just think, like, a little dude down here. Just, like, we're up here doing our thing, and you just see, like, a little dude in, like a turned-over boat just down there, and he's just holding a little trident, just, like, just staring at you. That could be kind of funny. Could be a vibe. Could be a vibe. I think Nova got put in a crate. Poor girl. Sid said, don't bother your dad. He's working. Okay, there we go. We're going to take our first line of mud over here. I'm not going to fill in behind it, but I'm just going to kind of start it. And it's going to go... Then we're going to start curving it back down around here. This way we can start to really slope things down and smooth it out. And then this is going to start... I need like a little hook in here for the river, and then it's going to really just kind of bring itself over here. I'm hoping I have enough mud because this is a large area. I don't know if this is like accurate based off of like what an actual erosion would happen, but in my simple brain, it says this is like, woo, water goes out there, spills into that area, pushes back there, so that side gets pushed back a little bit more, then it would curve around here and come up there. So we'd have a little bit more over here. I don't know. Do you see Clown versus 100 players? No, I don't watch any of their content. I never really watch any Minecraft content where they're like, look how cool and strong I am and good at the game. It's just, that's not really... I don't play Minecraft for PvP, and so I just tend to not really watch that type of Minecraft content. Dude, Nova's doing her sad howl right now. I don't know if y'all can hear her through the mic or not, but she is crying. I might have to go get her out of her crate and bring her up here. And the sad part is, she only cries when Sid's gone. If I ever leave, Nova doesn't cry.
Pleased to meet you.
I think it's partially because she thinks she's alone downstairs. That like nobody else is here, so she doesn't realize that like I'm upstairs in my office. She's just like, I know I can't see anybody. I'm sad. But like, yeah. Let me go open her. I can't hear Nova, but I will cry with her. I hear the saddest howls right now. I'll be back. can hang out in here. Yeah, you want to get up? You want to lay down? You lay down? You okay? Sorry, she's a little psyched right now. No, come here. Come lay down. She kind of does this little chirping thing when she gets freaked out. Do you want to just lay down? Just lay down, sweetie. You're okay. They'll be back soon. Come here. Come here. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I know, you're freaked out. You're okay. It's okay. Okay. Yeah. You wanna lay down? You wanna go up? Go up. Up. Oh, okay, you can come up here. Yeah, I know. I know. Sorry, y'all. She gets a little frantic sometimes. It's okay. It's okay. I know. Yeah, he went to the vet. Okay. Alright, she's just gonna be in the background doing... She might be chirping a little bit, so sorry if you hear her. But I needed her to not be... I felt so bad. I felt so bad. She was just sitting there, just crying. Anytime I could hear her crying. She's a Malamute, as far as we know. You can lay down, sweetie. We rescued her, so we're not fully sure, but they said she was a Malamute, so... Who knows? She's really small. If she's a Malamute, she is so small for a Malamute. She's like half of Koda's height, and he's a Siberian Husky. But they weigh the exact same, so it's funny. Everybody's like, "Oh, Nova must be so much lighter." No, she's solid. She's a little tank. She'll just barrel right through people's legs. Okay, now we can finish our mud placing. Nova, do you want to help us place mud? Yeah, it's super fun. Yeah, I know. It's so fun. We can place mud. Which is the goofier dog? They're both goofier in their own ways. Nova is definitely more of your, like, I'll play fetch, I want to be pet all day long, and, like, please play with me, and, like, I love human attention. And Koda is the type where he is a full-on... I would say Koda actually is more of a goofball, but he also, like, only if he's in the mood for it, because he normally is the, please leave me alone, I just want to... I'm a lone wolf, doing my own thing, but I need my family nearby, just don't touch me, just, like, be within eye distance, but like don't look at me, but like be nearby. But he'll randomly just get up and like come over and yell at you. Like he'll just I would call it howling, but I don't think it's howling. It's just a straight on wah, and then he'll be like, let's do something, and you're like, I'm a little busy right now, sir. Like I have to work. And he's like, ah, and he won't stop until you do something with him. Whereas Nova is a sad girl by the door. I don't think I've shown you that corner of my office before. Look, I have a tree out my window. I know, big day. Hi, are you okay? What's going on? You want to lay down? Dog cam when? No, I don't think that'll ever happen. I think we're back. There we go. The room has a corner, I know! Wow! Don't look at all the trash on the floor. There actually is old light panels that I had bought a while ago that broke within a month of getting them that I just haven't thrown away. Like, they've been on my floor for far longer than I want to admit. Nova's such a pretty girl, yeah. We know where you live. He has a big tree out front. He lives in the woods. It's confirmed. You're okay. They'll be back soon. You just had to do it. He's getting his blood test right now, and then he'll be back in 15 minutes. Yeah. So just a quick one. I know. You just went from a weekend of us being gone, and now your brother's gone. I know, big deal. Please don't go back there. Don't unplug the computer. Thank you. Give the tree pick to GeoGuessr. I don't think anybody find that off that. I do love living near trees though and all that. Like where we grew up, we grew up kind of in a wooded area. Actually in a very wooded area. I can't even say kind of. The property I grew up on as a kid was a little bit larger, just because we were off in the distance a little bit, just off the beaten path. But we had like 150 evergreen trees on our property that were all over 100 feet tall. So I've always lived around a lot of trees. So when we were looking at like where we wanted to buy our house, I was like, I want trees. I want nature. I want just some amount of nature where I can get it. Doesn't have to be, I don't want to deal with 150 trees on a property again, because oh boy, those storms are not fun to clean up after. But I would love to have something, some big old trees. Rooted mud's so cool. Yeah, I really like using rooted mud. I think it's good little, just like break up the texture, but still on that darker tone. Yeah, it's 1:20 p.m. right now. Or 13:20. Grew around redwood trees and now I'm in a desert. I miss big trees, yeah. My wife grew up in the desert, and so she's like, it's always funny chatting with her and like trying to be like, oh yeah, no, we just gotta go do up some yard work, like clean up these things, get this all blah, 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 blah. Just like stuff that I'm just like, yeah, it's just yard work. And she's like, I've never had to do any of this. Like I never grew up with a tree around. Did he just stab a squid? No. Never mind. I don't know. But like she never had to clean up stuff that fell out of a tree, just because in the desert where they didn't really have many trees. So like explaining like how to like break down branches and do all that, I was like, I never thought I'd have to explain this. Not in like a so dumb, but like in a way of just like kind of thought everybody had this type of experience at some point. I was like, oh no, like this is not everybody does this. So it was funny to get used to at first, because I was like, all right, if we're buying the property out here, like I'll do a lot of the yard work, but like you're gonna have to come and help me sometimes. We're gonna take this back to here. I think I might bring that out a little bit more, but I'm not too sure. So I'm just gonna kind of draw a back line and we'll fill in everything between it. And this whole edge over here, I don't know what I want to do on yet, so I don't want to fill it in. So we'll redo the lines here eventually. Nothing better than living in nature. It's so amazing. I always like having some nature around is I love. It's so nice. We do have a new family of raccoons living next to our house though, like on the corner of our property where we have a bunch of trees. So that seeing little baby raccoons running across on like the security cams has been really cute. The only problem is they're like living right behind where we put our garbage cans. So I'm like, oh no, please. They haven't gotten into them yet, but I'm like, oh no, don't be those types of raccoons. I don't want to have to deal with that. So we'll see. But yeah, there's a family of, so far I've seen 3 little baby raccoons and then the 2 parents. They're behind us. We got a lot of coyotes too. We got so many bunnies during the spring. Like, oh my god, there's thousands of bunnies in the area. And there was a bear sighting a few weeks ago, so that was fun. Just a black bear though, so nothing too crazy. But they're not gonna do anything. They're scared of humans. Tell them to pay rent. I know, right? Hi. You're okay, sweetie. You want to go lay down? Come here. Come up here. Go lay down. I know. You can lay down. Yeah. The real life bunnies have the same pathfinding as the MC ones. They're about as dumb. Yeah, no, I think Minecraft actually did a pretty good job on bunny AI because those things are not smart.
Discovering fire.
Oh no. Oh no, what'd you do with fire? ODST, thank you for the dono though, I appreciate it. Should I be worried about you and fire? Okay. Let's get this all filled in. Oh, we have that big chunk, but we can fill this over. So this section isn't as big as I thought it would be. That's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. Bunnies, I ordered a bunny. You're gonna have a pet bunny. Pet wabbit. Yeah, Nova here underneath is self-proclaimed bunny slayer. She's never caught a bunny, but she really, really wants to catch a bunny. She's dedicated to the art of hunting bunnies. If pet means stew. Oh. There you go. I thought we had went through 2 boxes already for a second. I was like, did we go through that much mud? Do I not have enough? You good? Oh, your pause. All right, if stream dies, her paw is currently sitting on the surge protector. So yeah, if stream dies, you can blame Nova. She'll be fine, but she might just flip the switch, you know? Okay, we just need to take this all down 1 more layer and fill in the mud in the middle. Woo! Is that what that lag was? No. If she flipped that, my whole computer would turn off. Okay, 1 more layer. Probably. That could be really flat in the middle. We might need to... Maybe we do like a little... No, I don't know if a bump up there would look accurate or not. Do you think a bump up would be good, or we make the middle another block down? I don't know. Let's start filling this in. We'll do a rough circle. Maybe we'll do like an extra little tiny little itty bitty section that's another block down. She's still anxious. Oh yeah, she's a little worrywart. She's our little anxiety ball. A little anxiety ball of energy that we love so very much. Yeah, she's a little anxiety ball, aren't ya? Yeah. It's okay though. We'll work through it. It's okay. They'll be back soon. You're a good girl. Yeah, you're being a good girl. You could howl again though. It was really cute. I know it's so sad that like you're howling because you're sad and you miss them, but it was really adorable. Your mom would love if you howled to her. If she breaks stream, give her a treat. I'm not teaching her that trick. Are you kidding? I've already had, it was a long time ago. It was when Coda was a puppy, but I was middle of streaming and he came up and just jumped over the back of my chair and just both paws just went bam right on my shoulder. Like, pay attention to me. Like, middle of his stream. That was when I was still streaming from our living room. I didn't stream too much back then, but yeah, he was just right over the shoulders. We love raccoons. They're cute, but they're a little feisty dudes. I gotta be careful when I take the dogs out to make sure. I always have to look out and make sure the raccoons aren't there, because I don't want my dogs fighting the raccoons. That will end poorly. Somebody will lose an eyeball. Clip? I don't know if there's a clip of that. It was a long, long time ago. Gotta stare him down like, did you really just do that to me? He actually hit me. Maybe we can put this skeleton at the bottom of the water. Skeletons sink, right? Pretty sure they do. We can put a little pumpkin skeleton down here. I think I've got a few of them. Then you couldn't throw as like, you wouldn't get very much velocity off of a arrow underwater. When was that? Dude, that would have been back in like 2018, 19. Like, I'm talking like 6 years ago. Yeah, Skelly sink. Okay, maybe we could put him down underneath here. He needs something to do. He's been in this water area forever, so we need something for him. Okay, let's... Nope, we haven't finished clearing it yet. Never mind. Let's not yet. Right. Let's do like our lines going around here. I think I am gonna have to bring it down another. Oh, hello. Yeah, let's just do like this. Sure. Make this side a little bit. You're okay. Hello. Something like that for the bottom level. It looks like it looks like the Pokemon water symbol. There we go. Also just realized beacons don't waterlog. I guess it is kind of a glass box. Like, inside is the beacon. So that does make sense. Okay, let's tear this down one more and then we can pick up the beacon and then we can just clean everything else. And we can get rid of the conduit. Yes. Big day. Big day. Last layers. Skeleton in a boathouse. Nah, he keeps shooting me. He deserves to live underwater. Forever and ever and ever and ever. What? For the diorite over to... If I'm picking up any of it, I might as well grab the diorite. I'm gonna one day run out of andesite and diorite and then be like, man, I wish I collected all this stuff, but I just cannot be bothered. I feel like it's fairly easy to get a lot of, though, nowadays. Like, once you find a diorite or a andesite vein of it underground, it's pretty easy to get a mass amount. Like, that's a massive blob of andesite there. Okay, cool. So now we just need to fill all of this in. Let's go into here and drop off all of our extras. And then we don't, and then I can clean up the beacon. Cool. And we're probably going to create a lot of really gross water sources. So let's get rid of this layer. When live stream ending? No idea. Hi. Just turn my head and see this. Just right next to my shoulder. Just like she's just right there. Oh, girly. Oh, little girly girl. Yeah, I can feel your breath. It's kind of a little stinky. Do you have some food this morning? Yeah, you have some kibble. Why you use iPhone? I don't like iPhone. We're all here judging me for using an Android? Psh. iPhones are a few $100 more expensive and they have worse technology in them. Yes, I judge. Yeah, well. I've always figured if somebody got mad at me for having a green text versus being a blue text, like I've actually had people tell me about that. And it's been a pretty quick sign for me of being like, oh, actually, like, I don't think this person's gonna be like, I just don't see this friendship really going anywhere. Or even I've had a few people that like before Sid and I got together that would like over dating and they'd be like, ooh, you have a green message. I don't know if we can date. And I was like, cool, let's just end it right here. I have zero issues with going on further. If you're already making a judgment about me based off of the phone that I have, oh, we don't need to go any further. Like I'm good. Tap me out right now. Like I'm fine. I'm done. We can wrap this one up. Check, please. I've had a few people do that to me in the past, and I was like, thank you for showing me your cards now, I guess. Like. But no, I have not had an iPhone probably since the iPhone 2 or 3. I've had Google Pixels since they came out. I really like Pixels. Okay, let's fill all this in. So you will know right then and there that people like that are exhaustingly fussy with too many standards. Yeah. It's just, yeah, it's one of those things I'm just like, eh. Like I don't get where this brand loyalty over a phone brand came from. Especially a phone brand that since since Steve Jobs passed, like the iPhone has not made any new innovations. Like when he was developing it, like the first iPhones, they were amazing. They were so good. Hey, don't eat anything back there. Like they were worth it. Like they were really, really good phones. Like they were, like all current smartphones are designed based off of how successful the original iPhones were. Like that's a true fact. But the recent iPhones are so far behind. They are tech-wise, battery life-wise, like all of that stuff. Even the cameras are worse. And the App Store, everything in the App Store is marked up 25% over what is in any other App Store because Apple demands from the developers 25% of all revenue that they generate through the App Store just for hosting their app on there. Just to be on the Apple App Store, you need that. And that, unfortunately, has even rolled over to Patreon recently. So if you're a supporter of mine on Patreon, if you log into your Patreon app and pledge through there on an iPhone, you're okay. It's 25% more to get the world download. Instead of $5.99, it's $7.50. And then if you simply log into your computer, like, or even go into a browser, not through the Patreon app, even on your iPhone, you just go through the Patreon website, it's $5.99 again. But purely for the App Store, to have the app downloaded, you add 25% onto any purchase you're making. So, like, yeah, if you want to just shell out an extra 25% on anything you buy off of your phone, sure, yeah, cool, go for it. Even some Amazon prices, like if you subscribe to Amazon like Prime off your phone, off an iPhone, it's more expensive than doing it off your computer or off of a Android phone, because you're going through their app. Well, if you go through their app. Yeah, and Apple Pay upcharges, so I don't know why you use that, because there's not much that Apple does nowadays that really warrants being there. If you want a camera, go to Samsung. I got Amazon. Oh, dude, Amazon Prime is unfortunately essential, and we order so many things through Prime. We're living in the Seattle area. Oh my god, it's so nice. Being where the Amazon HQ is. Oh, Amazon Prime shipping is... There are some things that I will order that say like 2-day delivery on Prime that I will get within 3 hours. Just because the warehouses are all out here, and they're like, "Yep, we got a free driver. Just send it. Get the package done." It's insane. Like, living in Seattle and using Prime is just, it's definitely an added cost, but like, it's so nice. Hours, yeah, hours. I can literally order something off Amazon Prime and I will get it within it. Like, no extra charge on shipping. I can get it same day. Fine. Like, I broke my headphones recently, a few months back, and I ordered a new pair, and they got here 4.5 hours later. I'm just saying, that's hard to beat, y'all. I didn't have to leave my house. I didn't even have to pay for shipping. I just literally bought the thing, and it showed up 4.5 hours later. Anyways, we don't need to talk about that. But it's pretty mind-blowing. I think Sid just got home, so I might have to go help in a minute, but we gotta finish our mud. Kind of like doing the muddy routes like around here just for a little bit. I'm trying to just use it as like little textures, like streaks of it, of like darker, well, not darker, but more brown tones. She's free. Hi. I'm still streaming, but
I know.
yeah, she okay. She was so sad. I heard her howling, and I was like, I have to go get her.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah, so she hung out in here. We tried to calm her down.
Did it work?
Yeah, she was okay. She laid down for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pleased to meet
We're
you.
literally gone 10 minutes.
I know. Yeah, she started howling as soon as you left. So I was like, I gotta go get her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, can I leave the stuff in?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Have fun. Yeah, JK, I definitely say if you have like full Apple stuff, like it makes sense to stay on there. Like they all integrate really seamlessly together, which is like their big saving grace right now. That's the good part about them is if you have like if you have the like a Mac, you have a Apple Watch, you have iPad, all that stuff. It's all those things integrate so well together that it definitely makes them worth being on there. It's just all the other stuff. If you don't use all the things, then like that's where I'm like, it's probably you don't need any of them. But I definitely see like the merit in like, ooh yeah, wait, I use a lot of different apps, and so this is nice. Yeah, it's finally raining in the world. Just underwater, it's raining. Right there. That's the rain. No, it's not still. Blue skies as blue can be a little light clouds today, but no rain. All right, we got this section to fill in, then we got down there, and we're done. If Android had integration, that would go with them. Yeah. Android's getting better about it. Like your message apps share across Google accounts, which is cool. So a lot is now being tied to Google accounts, and so if you log in at one point, you can like my phone, all of my Google stuff off of there is now tied in with my computer, just because I also use Chrome. So all of those things stay tied together, and like history and stuff shares. I can open tabs from one to the other, which is nice, but yeah, it's not as seamless. What are the particles in the water? It's from the particular mod. It's just a cosmetic thing. It doesn't really do too much. It just makes game look nice. Or in this case. Oh, fixed it. Sweet. My mud. My mud! Okay. Bottom layer. At 1:45 already. Been live for 2 hours and 15 minutes. Sir. Okay, after this we need to get a lot of bone meal. Pretty happy I gathered that extra little bit of mud. Because we're down to the last half a shulker, so if I hadn't filled my inventory up with mud again, we actually might have run out. That's the sad part. We just used a little over 4 full shulkers of mud to fill in the base of this. This is why I don't use mud farms. This is why I just go and gather it out of the world, because using a mud farm is so freaking slow compared to just destroying a mangrove swamp for it. Like, I don't even want to know how long it would take to get 4 shulkers from a mud farm. Even if you're using a TNT explosion thing. Like, you're limited on how many blocks you can process per second. And you also need to gather all of the dirt to be able to do it. So unless you have a dirt farm, which is... I don't think is really that doable. You can make a dirt farm, right? Because you just a moss farm that feeds into where then you plant spruce trees. and then you... But there we go. That's what we want to do today. Like, that's all good. Oh, hello, darkness. No, not friend. Not friend. Not friend. You missed a block? True. Probably did. A little over there. Little missed a little bit over there. We can finally get rid of the conduit. Yes. All right, that is kind of bubbling up under there, so... Do we get rid of the conduit or do we leave it for now? I think we need to move it over to that way, so let's take it. Such a cool block in Minecraft when it's open, and then it gets so sad. Yeah, we'll move it down the river. Bruh. Just swimming. Just doing my little swimmy swims. And we got that. Perfect. And then I need to get a little bit of blocks to be able to move it around. Oh, it's feeling good down here, though. All the salmon are unfortunately resting at the bottom because they're getting pushed down by the water. If you have a big enough boat, you can put your conduit in the hole so you don't have to see it. Yeah, I don't really want to have a conduit here long term, but I can also hide one right behind that wall. There's water behind that we could do. I'm not super keen on having an actual conduit in the river. That's kind of something I'm just like, yeah. This is the best way to build a conduit. I should have left the top one. Oh well. Get it before we start drowning. Big win. I'm missing mud. Where did my mud? There's my mud. Yeah. Because that's so cool, man. That'd be so fun to work in a builds. But it has to be blocked in like that. Ugh. There it is, though. Well, there it is. Look at that. It's looking pretty good. Definitely is giving deeper harbor. It's definitely giving harbor. Now it just needs greenery. Just a little bit of seagrass around. I think down there we also have some other stuff that we're doing, but we really need to get all of our seagrass and then some kelp and stuff. Nope, sorry. You need to come here. Do a little bit of that. Do a little bit of that. You need to take all you. Do a little of that. Do a little bit. That. Empty. We'll take you out. And then we'll take all you, and I think I am filling this with dirt. And then this is also being dirt. Oopsies. Got a lot of gravel. How's the shulker mess? I don't know what you're talking about. There's no shulker mess. It's all gone. Totally gone. Moss. Stone, moss, podzol, dirt. Yeah. Okay. And then you can go... Then you can go to mud, and then you go to clay, and then to terracotta, and then to colored terracotta, and then glazed terracotta. You could make a pretty insane looking factory. If you did all of that stuff in one place, that could be a pretty cool build. Where did I put all my beacons? Does anybody remember? We're just going to throw this in here. Because we tore up all the beacons. Oh, I put them all in there. Okay. Well, at least a good chunk of them. There's 9 beacons in there. Ignore the shulker monster in the house. Ignore the shulker monster out of the house. Well, these I need to go into the Dwarven district soon, and we need to get an ore storage. We need to build the mines. The great mines of Femoria. fWhip more. fWhip. I don't know. It needs a better name. We got to workshop that one a little bit, probably. All right, we're gonna take 2 stacks of bone blocks. All of this, all of that, all of that. Oh, I can change this. Mud. Done. Is it really survival / hardcore world if there's no random shulker monsters across the world? True, true, true. Oh, that's gonna be a long time to save. Do you have any holiday plans? Like for this world? No. As in IRL? Yeah, we have so much stuff coming up. Oh, it's so busy. I just want to stay home and curl up and be all snuggly warm and play video games. And no, we have to have friends who live in the area now. Ugh, friends. No, it's all good stuff. But yeah, we're very busy. Okay, I'm going to be going along the edges for now. And we're just going to be doing some light bone mealage. And whenever we do this, it turns our water into full source blocks that can then merge, and then it'll help get rid of a little bit of the falling stuff, which is good. But then I'm thinking like a lot of it'll be up here. It's going to kind of lighten the whole area, seeing as the green is pretty bright for these, but I think it can be still look pretty good. A lot down the sides and not as much down the middle is kind of the thought. Because the middle would be my assumption of where faster water is moving. Okay. Kind of gross long there. Oh. Definitely finished it. Definitely finished it. Balrog made of shulkers, true. What's the water particle mod? The watercle Potter mod. It is called particular. I think I'd meant to bring more rock here. Yeah, I had. Let's do this and clear up some space. Sorry. Distraction. Like big rocks or debris that fell from the ships. Or like a funky creature or something in the middle. Yeah, could be cool. Could be cool. Let's get ourselves some mass. Some tiff. Barrels that fall in the water. Yeah, all that stuff I think will come later. For now, I just want like a base. I just want something that looks a little bit better. Again, this isn't full final product today. But this is just something that's going to be a little bit more full of life, you know? Okay, so it's going to be kind of weird because we have stone up top. And we never... We'll just do that. Sid's off to go to Costco with a friend right now, and she just messaged me, should I buy one of the Christmas trees? We think we're changing officially from live Christmas tree to fake Christmas tree this year. I'm still coming to terms with it. I like the stone being here just because it adds a little variation, so we're just going to kind of extend some of our tough up. Buy the thing. Yeah, I messaged her. I said, if it feels right, get the tree. we'll just do that. That'll be fine. Maybe we bring this one. I don't want to get stuck in there. Yeah, we'll just do that. That'll be easy. And then now we can go about bone mealing the rest. Just gonna do that. Any of those weird spots that we have left around, we'll just kind of fix and fill as we're moving. Schmoving through it all. I think out here we can still do it, but then we just need to come back and like break some so it's not quite super thick. Because bone mealing underwater can tend to look a little... what's the word I'm looking for? I get man-made. Like, artificial, I think would be a better word. There's times where I feel like the bone meal underwater, it makes it so very blobby. Whereas I think it spawns more seagrass than if you were to bone meal like grass up above. Like I think this generates, like if you do like here, like that, pretty much every single spot it can affect gets affected by it. So it creates a lot thick, like a lot clearer of like a circle of like a blob of, hey, you bone mealed here. Whereas when you're bone mealing up above, it kind of feels like, oh yeah, you kind of like there's some new grass here. Like you got to bone meal 2 or 3 times for an area to feel super thick. Oh yeah, that's right. We use mangrove roots down here. Oh, okay, yeah. So we can go back and get those, and we'll bring in some mangrove roots and add those throughout. Yeah, that'll be after we bone meal. It's gonna look good though. I'm very excited for this. Drowning. Yeah, that's looking pretty good so far. I think we can bring a little bit farther down here. Add some boulders to the lake bed. Yeah, it probably would make sense to have a few rocks. We do have the materials on us now. If something feels right for a rock, we'll throw one in. I'm only using full blocks down here, mostly just so I can't be bothered to get slabs and then having to fix the water loggage on them, but I think it'll be fine. Because we're gonna have the massive lake out there. That's where the water is flowing out into the ocean from. So like I'm trying to think of the idea of like everything is kind of getting moved that way. So I'm trying to keep that at least somewhat relevant when I'm like thinking about where I should be breaking grass and where I should be letting a lot of it sit. This is gonna be a little rough throughout here with all of the source blocks being non-source blocky. We might have to do a stream where we come around and fix that. I know how we would do it, but I would take an entire stream to fix it, which does not sound like a super fun use of 3 hours, but I know how we could fix it. Oh, we actually kind of fixed most of that. My plan is working. But the way we could fix it is basically going level by level, starting all the way at the deepest point and do source blocks all the way around the entire edge there. And then you move up and do the entire next layer. You move up, do the entire next ring, and then you go all the way up to the top. And eventually we would hit the old level of source blocks and it would work. I mean, if you're looking at this stuff through the water, you don't need to be super detailed. Yeah. No, I'm not trying to super. I do want to go get those mangrove roots though. I think that'll be good. I also don't want the entire base of the river, which I don't know is realistic. I feel like it's not realistic, but I don't want the entire base just to be like seagrass. I think having some of the mud still showing through is going to be better long term. Like, I want there to be almost like more patches of grass that I've here, but like that. Ugh. Ugh. Better. This. Ugh. What about kelp? We'll probably add in a little bit, and then we'll have to come back and break it and shear it so it's not too tall. Because I added a little bit up there around those things just for wiggly bits. Okay, let's move our way over here. Yeah, like none of this is source blocks over here. All of this is the real rough part. If we can figure out how to source block most of this, then the rest will probably fall in place because it'll connect to where the original river was. I kind of want to come back in here with some like azalea leaves and put those in that point. Just kind of bringing the texturing that we've been doing, or the detailing we've been doing around the rest of the place, and bringing some of that up into that shallow point. But I don't know how well it would be growing back there, technically, because it's not getting much light, you know? Like underneath here, I don't know how much I really want to have. I do like the edge of a boulder right along here. Two little boulders. Yeah. I think you should add a bigger farming place. You're right, I should. Thank you for the idea. We'll move forward on more farmland. I just need one person to tell me that we don't have enough farmland in the world, and then I will add more farmland. Because we did destroy a whole mountain to bring more farmland in, but you're right. I don't think it's enough farmland. We could have more. We need more farmland. More power. What? Who said that? Was it you? Did you say that? Are you talking? I'm saying something. Thank you. Gonna plop some around and we'll come back and break a ton of this. I just wanted to be like pretty sporadic when we're down in here. I don't really want this whole middle area to be full of it because I want it to look deeper, and I think the more we add in of the grass, it's gonna make it look shallower. So we need to have some, but we can do like some more mangrove roots and things down here. Should build more farmland, maybe even a mountain. True, we could. Alright, now we just need to go through and do a lot of breakage. I just don't like how it creates like these like straight lines. I try and break those up when I'm going through. Like where it feels very circular. All right, we're just gonna turn on full bright. That flashing back and forth is bugging me. feel like wherever I put a boulder, I need to have some amount of grass grown off of it. Just because, like, it would create a softer space for the water. Or, like, it creates a little protection, would be my guess. I don't know how rivers work. I don't know how water works. I think I'm some sort of scientist. Water scientist. I just place blocks down. Water works. I mean, the water does seem to work. Hey, Tyler, how you doing? Welcome on in. Kind of like this being a little clear, like a little like stretch into there. Tinted glass and black glass would look very cool. Water or glass underwater, I really don't actually like the look of. It adds a lot of weird, especially if you use sodium, which I do to make the game run better. It unfortunately has a lot of negative effects on glass underwater. It looks pretty awko. And we got enough taco in here already, so we don't need any more. And we're just landing here. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's a little dark because it's going to nighttime right now. But I think that's good. Let's go get some mangrove roots and we can throw those around too. Shipwreck down there somewhere. I want to do some of it. I see super taco. You're all the taco we need. We don't need an awkward taco too. What was I gonna say? I don't know. Oh, shipwreck. I don't know if I want to do that today. I think that's an eventually thing, but yeah, I do want to add some stuff down in here. All right, so we just want a few little bits of this, almost like it's like a broken branch or something is stuck down here. A little bit of bramble that fell into the river and got washed away. Kind of just like wood stuck down in the mud is the idea. Adds a little something. Yeah, we have to waterlog these. Sucks. We're gonna have to do that for a few things probably. Especially down here. And these things don't create new water sources, which is unfortunate. Nailed it. Look at that fishy swim. Yeah, I'm trying. Gotta go pick up my kids, see a fWhip. Hey, Sleepy Moonflowers, thanks for hanging. Never enough tacos, fWhip. True, true. It is not Tuesday, though, so you're not at full power today. Shipwreck would be too much, but 2 to 3 small sunken boats would be cool. Yeah, I want to do, like, the little tiny guys, like that little tiny spruce, like, dinghy I have over there, almost. Like, I think that's the vibe I want to go with. All right, these are going to be a pain. Oh. Wow. Yeah, that's right. So if we do this, this will fill in the entire base, and then we can have water go. by math logic, those are all filled in. So actually, the whole bottom layer is pretty much filled, which is kind of nice. Like most of this, I feel like is actually getting filled in. It's like this upper layer here, which we can't really do much about yet. But if we start just like filling in some areas where the water would connect, like that could start to, I think the seagrass actually did a pretty dang good job of waterlogging vast majority of this area. There's probably only a few little bits here and there that we need to actually worry about. And it's like this upper block layer here. So there is something missing that would be stopping that, but it's like only right here too, which is kind of nice. And then a little bit over here also. So there's some. If we do something like this might actually be enough to connect it and fill it in together. But then we also have this section back here. If you're like, what the heck is he doing? I don't know either. Oh, this is all. These that needed something in it. Yeah, you can just see like the little bits of like dancing water droplets throughout here. And that should fill in some, maybe this section needs some water in it. I don't know, I'm just placing water buckets down and hopefully it works. I think if you did kelp water sourcing in some areas, it would fix most of it. Probably would. I just don't want to go get kelp. That's most of it. I just want to see if I can do it with what I have on hand. I don't know. We're just gonna have one layer of bubbles trickling around. It's all like this layer. Like the one above where I'm at. It's here. Yeah, that just filled out so much of it coming across here. That's funny. So if we like take this around. Might be able to fix it, because that should theoretically take the water source all the way across there. No, it's still in the middle. I'm figuring this out. We're figuring out where we're missing a source block. That takes source blocks all the way through there. We're missing some down in there, which then no, we're still missing over here. It's still that's like, how is that missing? Is it missing down here? Oh, it was. Okay, so that was missing at that bottom. I never got that last row. Did we get most of it? Did we get it? I think we got it. There was still some over here, I think, but yeah. Okay, so but that all is water source up and down that entire side. So if we take this, what layer are we looking at for the water sources are needed here? And that all is around source. So if we take that along this layer, to connect back to wherever I was before, which that should connect it all the way in for sure. Yeah, this is the really interesting part of underwater terraforming, isn't it? Because I think if we did the kelp, we could fix the weird spots that are coming throughout, but we're not going to fix any of like the big issues. Like, we're only going to kind of put a band-aid on it instead of actually fixing where a lot of the problems are coming in. Like, all of this over here is definitely big issue for later, because a lot of that down below I don't think is source blocks. Yeah, all of that is not source blocks. This, like, I'm like starting to pick up like where this stuff actually means there's source blocks versus not. So we don't have any source blocks in here, but if we bring that, yeah, none of these are, because I can't even pick up a bucket. Okay. How are you? I'm going crazy. Trying to get water sources everywhere. And then, yeah, so it's still just there. You'd think that would wrap it all the way around. There's something that's not connecting. There's some missing source block somewhere, because that, I don't know. At this point, who cares? All of this is waterlogged, like we got. I don't know, man. We're just gonna leave it. We'll figure it out later. Something in here. Somehow, this is like, because if I waterlog these, and then that's not waterlogged. My root. Kind of like the bubbles make it look like the river's running. A little bit, yeah. They had some movement, so it's not the end of the world if they're in here. I love my bubbles. Bubbles. You can't see them from too far away because the rendering, thankfully, doesn't really do much underwater, which is good. Did I get them? No, not all the way. I got a lot of them, though. I think I got him. Yay! There we go. We've done it. Why I spent like 20 minutes trying to figure that out? I don't know, man, but we did. We got it. It's working. I was in the zone. I didn't realize Cam raided us 20 minutes ago. Oopsies. Everybody's still here from the raid. Thank you. Zoe. Yeah. Nice. A nice salmon in our harbor. Look at that. Look at that little harbor in there. I was looking ready for some big boats. It's looking, that looks so much better, y'all, than what it did before. Just saying, pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Love how dark it looks. Yeah, it looks so much deeper than, I mean, that is deeper because it physically is, but like it used to look like this. And now it's, I mean, even like being so much deeper, like over here, what do we, I mean, this goes down into caves, so of course it's going to be insanely deep, but this, like, that's like a base of a river biome, right? Oh, this is a cold ocean biome? No. It is. We are connected to the ocean. We don't need to dig the river. We already have an ocean here. Ah, well, you know, that's a wrap on that project. Say anything I do connects to the ocean. It's connected to everywhere else in the world. Look at that tiny little ocean. That's so funny. If I put a block on the surface, it would freeze. It would ice over the entire biome. But yeah, I mean, even from back here, that just makes it look so much deeper. That looks good. That looks really, really good. Yeah, I like that a lot. We're already connected to the ocean, dude. I don't know what to tell you. I don't have to do anything. I said the rules at the start of the world. I'm not even altering them. That's just the way it goes. All right, let's go fix up our tools and get some more bones because I am almost out. Well, not almost out, but it's running lower than I want it to. I'll just keep all of these. It's fine. It's fine. Lost count how many crop fields you have in this world? At least 80. No, there's probably like 90, 95, I would say. Something in there. I hate how looks wall on the cliff. I'm sorry. I hate how looks wall on the cliff. I'm sorry. I hate how looks wall on the cliff. Yeah, no, it's great English. Yeah. I like it though, so that's the important part. Oh, right. Repair tool. Put tool in offhand. I guess we repaired the wings. I don't really know what they're going for, but, you know, probably commenting on a build. It'll be... It's always the people coming here comment on unfinished builds, and they're like, I hate how it looks, and I finish the build, and they're like, oh, that's pretty cool. I thought you were having a stroke for a second there. No, I was reading somebody's chat message. After you're watching me build all those crop fields, I do the same thing now, and it does fill up a space. If you want your world to look more lived in, you need to have a transition from the society into the wilderness, and a great way to do that is some sort of farming. People got to eat. They need somewhere for food to come from. If you want a civilization to look alive, you need to work in the base necessities first, which is food and water. I think they meant the city wall on the cliff above the harbor. Oh yeah, I'm sure they did. I'm sure. Procrastination. Yes, delicious. Are you live on Twitch also? I am, yeah. We got 250 people on Twitch and almost 1,200 people on YouTube. Thank you for all the support on the streams recently, y'all. We've had a ton of people hanging in streams, so I do appreciate it.
Pleased to meet you.
And Phantom Zone, thank you for the 8 months, my dude. Hope you have a great week as well. Making a backup. Should I think those... Yeah. I just gotta be careful not to throw anything actually important in there, because now all it does is it goes into lava. The late Monday stream is really nice to chill to after school. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, that ocean biome was tiny. Almost done on the pick. Axe, I'm not even gonna bother with. It's for durability. Come on. Come on now. Hey, what's going up here? What's going on up here, guys? Where are the mobs in the mob cap? Striders are a passive mob, correct? Ooh. What's that up there? There's a strider, a passive mob. Oh, hello everybody. Because there's no, like, this is pushed back far enough. Like, I did have one point that I realized wasn't far enough, but, like, them's all passive mobs out there. Adorable, passive little lava swimmers. I don't know, do they swim? I thought they just had really long legs. Maybe an emergency remove lava button. Oh, for like in there. The only thing I could actually lose is my wings, which would suck. But all these things would survive lava, so who cares? And the totem, I got plenty of extras. This is my 2 Tum of Undying. Not to be confused with the 1 Tum of Undying that's already been used. Also, I thought the Strider just floated on top and walked around like Jesus. Yeah. They just turned water to lava. Are you able to decorate this farm area without completely tanking the spawn rates? I feel like you could, because like you have all those blocks up there. It would tank the rates a little, but you could decorate it. I just don't think I will. I think if I decorate it, it would be more things around the outside. Because like, I do love the idea of doing something in the nether over there. I think it's one of those where I need to figure out the direction I want to take the nether completely before I start that. Because that is that's an interesting one. Kiwi with the 11 months worth every cent, almost a year. fWhip VIP. Hey, thank you so much for the 11 months. I really do appreciate it. It's very, very kind of you. Lovely to have you. Welcome back in. Almost so close to a full-grown tree. You're getting there. Your world tour has been the video I've fallen asleep to the past 3 days. It's a long one. I'll give you that. It's a long one. How long do you think you'd last on 2B2T? Am I playing on the fWhip account or am I playing on some random Minecrafter account? Because if I'm playing on a random Minecrafter account, probably I could last a good while. If I was playing on a fWhip account, I don't think I'm lasting that long because people are going to see fWhip and come take me out because there's nothing a true fan loves more than killing their favorite content creator in the game that they watch them play. That's what I've learned. How's everybody able to see how many months they've been a member? I had to look mine up since it never shows. Wickstacy, you need to press the... Well, you can see you have the 1 year tree. So you got that. But if you press the $sign button, there should be like a share message in there and that has the months on it. 2B2T is an old anarchy Minecraft server. Like no rules. And it's like everybody just kills each other and blows up each other's bases. And like a lot of people play on there purely just to destroy things. So a lot of people try and build something and then then it gets exploded while they're asleep overnight. Hey Fern, how you doing? Welcome on in. You're hecka late. Yeah, it's all good. We're farming some bones and repairing a shovel. This area to me screams stalactite cave, but I wouldn't have to be the one to actually try and build it. So it's easy to say that from over here.
Pleased to meet you.
Thanks for found it. Woo! 18 months! Thank you so very much. I really appreciate that. Devil Spawn with the 17 months.
Pleased to meet you.
Not too shabby, I suppose. Hope you're doing well. Fern, I don't know if you... I was just in Toronto over the weekend. We were there for the Taylor Swift concert, so... I think you're in Eastern Canada, but I don't think you're down in that neck of the woods. But I think you're farther north, right? But was over there. Just got back last night. Jewel, thank you so much for the 15 months. I always forget the YouTube side. Hey, I appreciate it, my dude. Thank you for all the support. Did you get Tim Hortons while you're in Toronto? Yeah, I got Timbits. I got a pack of 10 Timbits. I got the old fashioned and I got the honey ones. Ooh, they were good. Yeah, we were in Toronto for the weekend. We went to the Taylor Swift concert. If anybody else was at Taylor Swift concert on Friday in Toronto, I was there too. Hope you had a good time. You don't live in Toronto, do you? I feel like you're farther. You don't have to type out where you're from, but I feel like, if I remember correctly, you're not in that city. A little far east, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we entered the a raffle, literally just to get into any city in North America for Taylor Swift tickets a year and a half ago. And then we finally went to the show last weekend. We've been sitting on the tickets with the trip planned for so long. So we finally got to go. Sid was very, very excited. We went with 2 of our friends who are also big Taylor Swift fans, so it was a good weekend. Belana, thank you so much for becoming a member, for this supporter. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How do I not get bored playing my world? Find something that you want to do. I know it's a thing you're like, what? How do I find that? But like, find the reason that you enjoy playing Minecraft and then figure out how to do more of that. I just remembered, I'm pretty sure some of my friends from college also went to that concert. I saw it on their Insta stories. Well, there was a show Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night, so there were 3 shows, but yeah. That is Fern over in YouTube chat. It's true. It's called the Eras Tour because you need to wait an entire era for tickets to become available. True. It was fun, though. It was a great show. Excellent show. Like, top notch. Yeah, I'm stuck. No, it was really, really good. I think the coolest part about it was just like how much the fans around, like everybody is just screaming and singing the songs along with it. And like there's like the fans have created traditions around like callbacks and stuff as like Taylor's like singing lyrics to songs. Like the fans are like calling out like a call and response type thing that I'm just like, they've all memorized all these lines, and I was like, this is just cool to see a fandom going so hard on anything. Like that in itself was really cool. And we were also lucky that the people that we sat by were like kind of quietly singing. Like I've heard some people go and they're like, yeah, the people I sat around just screamed at the top of their lungs to the point where I couldn't even hear what was happening. I'm like, I get that being a little like, really? But like just kind of like, la, 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 like going for it like that. It was cool to hear everybody around and still being able to hear what's going on stage. Do you try any other Canadian stacks beside Timbits? I know Sid and them got poutine a few times, but I am lactose intolerant, so no dairy for me. But that was kind of it. I did have a matcha latte one day and got a salted maple syrup added to it, and that was delicious. That was top notch. But no, the first dinner we went to, where did we go? The first dinner we went to was like a Spanish tapas place, so not really Canadian food. And then the second place we went to for dinner was, we'll just start chopping some of the trees over here. Second night we went to dinner, where did we go? We did do the Christmas market. If anybody's been to Toronto, in the brewery district, I think there's a Christmas market. We did that. That was really cool. And then I'm trying to remember where we went to dinner. Oh, we didn't do dinner the second night. That was Taylor Swift night. So we just ate food at the concert. Good old hot dog at Blue Jay Stadium. So that was that. Good hot dog while waiting in the merch line for an hour and a half. So I got a sweatshirt, you know, I had to. Gotta get a sweatshirt for the cozy winter vibes. And then the third night we went to the Good Son, which seemed like a local chain or something like that, which was really good food. They had a few locations in the city, and that was good. It was good. I got a burger or something like that. I can't remember. Something yummy. It was like a pizza and burger place.
Pleased to meet you.
Arcane, thank you so much for 3 months, my dude. If you find plant-based butter ones, I'd highly recommend butter tarts. Regular ones would probably be very bad news bears for you. Fair. Tapas are like a superior form of food. Just getting a bunch of small bites to share with people is like just like such a good way to do a dinner. Everybody gets to try a bite. You all just get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You get a little bit over here, and then yeah, that was good. Am I missing any? I am missing. I guess I should probably turn a time lapse on for this. I don't know if we'll use it or not, but might as well have it instead of not. One of my favorite things to bake. Oh, okay. For some reason, I read Wicca Stacy's message as butt tarts, and I was like, it does sound interesting indeed. Right. Good old Indian curry. Dude, I'm kind of thinking about ordering Indian food on Wednesday. We got date night. We do like a every month. We've been really hit or miss because we've been so busy, but we try and do every month where we have 2 date nights, one date night in and one date night out, and we alternate who plans which one. So I'm up this week for date night in, and I'm like, ordering Indian food could be really good. And I think what we're gonna do is just do like a video game night. And in terms of, I'm gonna try and like, because Sid doesn't really play too many video games, but I'd been like bringing it up. I was like, hey, it could be kind of fun to do. And she's never really tried any of like the games that I play. So I think we're going to do like a Wednesday. We're doing it on Wednesday. But like do the night of just like, I'll be like, okay, here's all these games. I got them downloaded. Like, which one do you want to try? Like, be like, do you want to like try out World of Warcraft? Do you want to try out like playing like StarCraft? Or do you want to try out playing like, I don't know, like throw an Elden Ring for the mix. I don't know.
Commenter just wanted to express my support and thanks for you providing so much amazing content. Happy date night, dude.
Hey, Devin, thank you so much for the donut. I really do appreciate that. I'm glad you've been enjoying everything so much, and lovely to hear from you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What's the plan for this that you're clearing? River go through here. There's a log in there, isn't there? There is. I see it. StarCraft would be fire. Dude, yeah. She kind of gets confused on games where there's like the one joystick is like moving your body and the other's moving like where your vision's looking. She gets a little overwhelmed on those just because she doesn't really play games all that much. So I'm like, maybe I was like, StarCraft, like RTS games are top down. Like you don't have to deal with 2 camera angles. You just deal with like a mouse to scroll you around. I was like, that could probably be pretty easy. Lucky and I should do more date night stuff. We always hang out in the office playing games near each other. Yeah, we started doing this a few months ago. It's been really fun. As we've been able to do some things that we like normally wouldn't do, or we've been able to like go just be like, hey, like for tonight we're gonna go check out this new restaurant. We are going to with some friends. We're gonna go see the Wicked movie on Thursday. I'm pretty excited about that. We're going opening night. We haven't had the chance to see the live performance yet, but I'm excited to see the movie. Definitely didn't miss that jump. No, I would never. I'm so good at this game. I'd never miss that type of jump. That'd be so silly if you missed that jump. That's lag. Can I just recommend the game Subliminal? It's an amazing puzzle game. Oh, I'll check it out. Hey, TK, you have a good one, right? Thanks for hanging today. Have a lovely rest of your evening. All right, see what Wicked comes out on Thursday this week. This world always gave me Major Soldier, Poet, King. I'm not familiar if that's a thing. I'm going to see Wicked 2. I've been hyped since I've seen the trailer. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be good. I definitely, like, we were talking about our friends who are really into Broadway shows. But they were like, remember that, like, this is only a part 1. Like, there's a part 2 coming. And I was like, oh, okay. Good to know. I thought it was the whole thing. These big oak trees are so annoying to break. Not as bad as a mangrove tree, but oh, they're up there. Song by the Oh Hellos. Huh. Not familiar. I am so bad when it comes to like naming bands or like remembering names of songs or anything from anybody. Like we literally got back and we're walking back from the Taylor Swift concert and Sid turns over and she's like, so what was your favorite song you heard tonight? And I was like, I don't know the name, but it was kind of like the blah, 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 blah. I was just like describing the set and she's like, oh, is that I was like, yeah, that one. I'm so bad with remembering names of things. I've had to kind of get to the point of being like, I used to get frustrated with myself for forgetting names and stuff like that. I'm like, I can't, like, I try so hard to remember things. And then I get to the point, I don't know if anybody else does this or if this is just a me thing, but I'll get to the point where I'm like trying to use like memory games to remember things. And then I remember the thing from the memory game, but I can't remember what it was supposed to relate to. And I'm just like, it's just like, God damn. I'm so over it. Palia, super cozy, cute, and free. Yeah, that's that farming or like social MMO, right? Kind of like a Stardew Valley MMO. I think TK, the mod who just had to head out, I think they're really into it. I know there's one of the mods that's pretty into it. Just waiting for Gladiator 2. Yeah, that'll be good too. That did that already come out? Or when's the new Gladiator come out? Isn't that soon? I'm interested to see how they do the Gladiator film. I'm hopeful for it because I loved the first one. We used to watch that with my dad all the time. So like it definitely like holds a good place for me, and I'm like excitedly worried about this. But at least I'll always have the original if this one's bad. Oh, okay. Stretch it out. I went swimming this morning. I woke up this morning and was like so close to one of those days of just turning the alarm off and going back to bed. I normally snooze my alarm once. Like I'm good on that, and then I'll get up and not get up, but like start rolling around and checking things, which is not good. I shouldn't be on my phone in bed in the morning, but it is what it is. But like today was one of those days where I had to snooze. I snoozed the alarm 3 times before I finally got out of bed. I was like, no. How many days do I play in this world? We're at 8,187 right now. We're getting up there. Now we're at the point where projects are just turning to be massive things in this world. There's a log in here. Got it. Hopefully that's the only one. There could be another. Why no heated political debates with viewers? Because you know that sounds like exactly the type of content I would love to have. I really like, it's one of my favorite things to do to argue with strangers online, actually. So yeah, Don't worry, there'll be a new fWhip politics channel popping up on Twitch. No, there will never be. Now, there was this big push a while ago, like a few years ago during the pandemic, that I really noticed around the Minecraft space, where Minecraft viewers were starting to get to be older teenagers, was kind of my assumption. And then that's when you kind of starting to learning a little bit more about politics and reading about what's going on, and then like being in the internet and all of that stuff. One sec. I think somebody's ringing my front door. Oh, I have to go pick this up. One sec. I'll be right back. Sorry, somebody's at the door. Alrighty, we back. Sorry about that. Okay. We're back. But anyways, what I was saying was, there's this, a while ago in the Minecraft YouTube, mostly on the Minecraft YouTube, like MC YouTube Twitter stuff, a lot of viewers started calling out content creators for not speaking up on certain things, but speaking up on others. Or just like calling on creators, being like, you have a voice, you need to be starting to do blah, 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 blah. And then it just became a lot of, I felt like people just shouting into the void with expectations for me to do things. And I was like, that's not why I got into being a content creator. Like, there's still things that I support, and I hope that people who are part of my community, like if you've been around my community for a long time, you know what I stand for the, like, on the things that I care to share about. And like, you know the type of person that I am, and that for me is enough. And hopefully I can use my community to just help build up a more positive place on the internet. And we don't need to be diving into political topics to do that. We don't need to be talking about all those different things and what, like, different events happening throughout the world. Like, I want to create a space here that is a place where people can kind of just find a little bit of a quiet corner on the internet where they aren't fully just having that stuff thrown in their face all the time. Like, if you want to doom scroll, you can go on Twitter, you can go on Reddit, you can go on Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff, and get all the doom scrolling you want. But like, you don't, yeah, like I didn't become a Minecraft YouTuber to tell people my political views. Like, that's not why I'm doing this. Like, there needs to be a little, without a better term for it, a little separation of church and state, if you understand like what that means. So yeah, like I try and exist in a realm that's just a little bit more like, we're here to play Minecraft and have a positive community that's a safe space for people that if they want to hang out in the community, they're welcome to be part of the community. But like, I'm not going to be speaking up on many things. Like, I'm just going to keep trying to create a place where people are there to stand up for each other and like try and use that as a small changes, small bits of positivity to help kind of reflect that into the outer world. Like, that's always been my goal. And I think is something that should be more accepted.
Keep it real.
Agree. 100. 100.
Hey. Cringy, thank you for the donut. I appreciate that, my dude. Thank you. What are we doing right now? Yeah, we're kind clearing out the, well, we are clearing out the forest to prep to be able to start digging it down. But we're not going to do any digging today, probably. We've had enough digging. Dug out the entire harbor. I just wanted to clear this out and kind of just kill a little bit more time, to be honest. But that is our next stretch of the river, because the river's coming through here. We need to widen that a bit more, but the next stretch is gonna... It's going this way. Like, we gotta... So I gotta take all those trees out. We need to move these. Those are kind of despawns. We'll leave that for now. Love today's short and an unexpected throwback. I was watching TikToks over Sid's shoulder just while we were traveling this weekend, and I kept seeing those that were just like the TikToks of being like, yeah, we should get rid of the dog. Dogs just aren't good for the household. They're just so stupid. And then the camera turns around and it's the house cat, and they just go, whoa, oh shoot. And I was like, that's kind of... I love that trend. I thought it was so funny when I saw it the first few times. It's just some good ones, and I was like, how can I Minecraftify this? And I was like, I think this is good. Jaden survived 5,000 days in your hardcore world. Nice, congrats, dude. That's huge. That's a long time. It's a very, very long time. 5,000 days is no joke. Are you a Skyrim fan? And if so, would you add some bandit camps / ruins and outposts? I like Skyrim. I think Skyrim world gets a little too full sometimes, depending on like what's being done. So we have some bandit camps and things around. Like we have a castle that's been taken over by pillagers, turned it into their like kind of camp. But yeah, so I take some inspiration from Skyrim. I think Skyrim's a little outdated. I mean that in the nicest way possible. Of somebody who has 400 hours in Skyrim, I don't tend to look at Skyrim anymore for inspiration on how to do things, just because the game has been around for a long time. And I think there are better examples of world building games that are more full and have more balance to them. I think Skyrim, when it came out at the time, mind-blowing. Like they did the things that nobody really had done yet. Like Skyrim and the old Elder Scrolls games were huge. Every single time they came out. Even like Morrowind was massive. I loved Morrowind as a kid. That was one of my favorite games. But I think the Elder Scrolls games, like they're very old. As far, and like we just haven't had a new one for a while. Like ESO is pretty good for that stuff, but it's more of an MMO, so it's less built around like a player adventure. It's more built around community adventures, so it just differs slightly. But yeah, so I think Skyrim can be good. I think Skyrim in memory, like I don't think I'm ever going to go back and play Skyrim again, because I think I'm just not going to enjoy it, and it's going to ruin the positive memory that I have of it. So I don't know. Like I think if I were to go play Skyrim right now, after having played through like Cyberpunk 2077 and Horizon Zero Dawn and AC Valhalla and like AC Odyssey and all those, and then going back to playing Skyrim, I feel like the world's gonna feel very bland. And again, love Skyrim. I have hundreds upon hundreds of hours played in that game. It was one of my favorite games. Like when it came out, I think I stayed up for 36 hours straight playing it from release day. Like I ordered the collector's edition. Like I was all there for that game. I took the entire, I convinced my mom to let me skip school the day Skyrim came out so that I could play and get it. Like I was a huge Skyrim fan. But yeah, no, it's I don't have plans to go back and replay it. You gonna make a cornfield at some point? If they add corn plants, I don't like any of the ways people have said like this is a corn plant. They don't look that great to me. Okay, that's as much as our inventory can hold right now, and that's a lot of good stacks of logs, so we'll get this one too. I want to keep those. Yeah, we will never use those apples. I can buy them for villagers if I need them. Oh, we have space for more. We can get this grocery. I'm probably going to want all of these in the end, to be honest. Yeah, build up. My mom would never. I had a cool mom. Have a cool mom. She's still kicking. We'd always be able to make deals. That was the thing. She always like, okay, sure, if you want to do that, what are we gonna like? Where's the deal? Like, let's talk logistics. Like, bring your ask. Bring like what you're willing to barter with, and let's talk. And as long as we could find a decent way to reach an agreement, she was usually down with it. As long as I could explain my thought process, I think that's all she really cared about, which was like, as long as you can tell me why you want to do the thing and like how the thing is going to benefit you in some way, she was usually down for it. But I also never had issues. Like, I was very, very active in sports and at least passing classes in school. I wasn't a straight A student or anything, but I was doing my work. I wasn't skipping anything. And I was swimming at that point in time 25 hours a week, so staying up all night to play Skyrim and then going to a 3-hour swim team practice in the morning, I do vividly remember thinking, this is a terrible idea. Why did I do this? And that was not a fun practice that day. Okay, that'll start despawning all of these. That's good. All of that should despawn. We got space for a few more logs. You can kind of use rose bushes to look like tomatoes. They do look a little artificial, but if you're trying to, they look very much like a rose bush, but you can kind of say they're a tomato if you're really looking for a tomato vine right now. I know some people do that and put an armor stand in it, so it only works if you're really close up to it, but you can do that if you're really on the, ooh, I want a tomato in my Minecraft base. Onions, you have alliums. Technically an allium's an onion. It's just an onion that flowered. It's a pretty onion. What? Cool. That's all gonna just despawn as we're working in the area. River trees. Save. How many of those wheat fields do you have in your world? A lot. Wheat fields? I mean, there's 2 right over there. None in here yet. It's probably like 10, 15 over there. Something, I would be my guess. I'm not sure. AC games are beautiful worlds, but they're so dead. I feel like they like extra stuff, unlike Red Dead. Yeah, I've heard the Red Dead Redemption 2 world is just like, that is just top notch. I will be honest though, I hate Western, like, not like Western as in like, but like old Western themed video games. I've never found one that I liked outside of Age of Empires 3. I've yet to find a video game that's set in the Midwest, like Cowboys era, that I like. Something about that aesthetic feels too real, like too. I also don't really like a whole lot of like modern day like first person shooter games. Like I started playing this Call of Duty just with some friends, and that's been okay, but for the most part I actually like tend to not really enjoy Call of Duty games. I'm much more of a like if I want to play a first-person shooter, I'll go with something like Halo that's more futuristic based, just because I don't really like playing video games that are set around like current modern day time frames, or even stuff that's like recent time, just because I don't know. I like my video games to be in like another, feel like it's in another world or another time period or something like that. So I tend to gravitate towards medieval fantasy games as like my original go-to, but otherwise I'll go like a futuristic-y something theme. That's gonna look cool once we stretch that around, but we've done all that. Not engaging with RDR2 is make GTA 6 even more of a step up design. Oh, I hate GTA. I've played GTA 5 for like 4 hours at a friend's house one day, and I was like, what the heck is the point of this game? I was playing GTA Online, so that could have been part of it, but I hate, again, it's set in a modern day setting of technically you could go to whatever city they're portraying in the game at that point in time, or based off of the real city, whatever you want to say, and you could like see a lot of those similar buildings and things. I'm like, I don't want to see that in my video games. And also, I think GTA, I don't know, we're not gonna get into it, but yeah, I don't like the setting of GTA. The story is trying to tell and all that type of stuff to me is not great. I don't know if anybody remembers, was it what was it called? Lockdown? Was that old Xbox game? What was that old Xbox game that was where you're like a police officer in a futuristic city? What was it? Not Lockdown. What was that? God, what was that game? You're like a police officer in a futuristic city. There's like 3 islands that were all Crackdown. Yeah, Crackdown. That was, I feel like that's similar vibes to GTA, but dude, Crackdown, that was so fun. Oh my god, there's 3 of them. Ooh. Wow. Yeah, I like that one, but that still was kind of futuristic-y. But yeah, GTA has never done it for me. Never been interested in playing that game. Yeah, that was fun times. That was a good game. Good games. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today. Thank you all so much for hanging today. I really do appreciate it. Y'all are absolutely amazing. Thank you so very much for all the support. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, all that cool stuff. We will be back. Heads up, by the way, there is a new Minecraft movie trailer dropping tomorrow. You can head over to my Twitter or Blue Sky. Follow me on Blue Sky. Yeah, we're over there now. fWhip.bluesky.live something. I don't know. It's the actual, just search fWhip. I'm the main one. I got my actual name for once. But there's a teaser you can see of it. And also Minecraft put out a behind the scenes thing today. So if you want to see more stuff on the Minecraft movie, you can go check that stuff out. But yeah, new trailer's out tomorrow. I've already seen it. It's very cool. I think y'all are going to enjoy it. I think it's going to be, I can't say anything about the actual trailer itself, but I think it's good for setting fan expectations. Where the first one might have left a few things a little blurry, this one does a very good job. I like this trailer a lot more. But anyways, that's all tomorrow stuff. That's not my stuff. Yeah, that's it. I'll be live again on Wednesday. We got a video launching for a brand new series on Thursday, and we'll have to figure out what the heck we're gonna live stream. So thank y'all so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Burga, thank you so much for the tier 1. I'm so sorry I missed that 10 minutes ago. If you're still in here, thank you so very much again. But that, my friends, I'll catch you on the flip side. Goodbye.